now, if you harvest, the cost of harvesting is greater than the value of the BTCC, which is in itself not a massive problem, except for when you exchange your BTCC for B fuel, then you're essentially in a B fuel deficit.
Just stumbled
so
across
you could end
Carl,
up running out of B fuel if that maintains
who's running a Zoom meeting.
course,
Carl's
which it
unemployed
won't for long,
and receives a benefit from the Australian government.
So
I thought I'd broadcast his meeting for him, help him out.
Yeah. Okay. So I put $100 in, but if you could probably get away with
Zoom
putting
meetings,
in
I'm going to get your name.
The fees are roughly between $5 and $10. Might be a bit less if you're doing a bit less money. Might be a bit more if you're doing a bit more. I don't know. I haven't done multiple different currencies, so I'm not entirely sure if it does it on a percentage basis. Multiple different. If I haven't done lots of different transactions, so I don't know if it's doing it on a percentage basis or a flat fee. But you could probably get away with just putting in like $30, $40, $50 to start with worth of Tron. There's not a large difference. I think when I looked in there, the value of Tron is about 80, of what it shows in there is 80 cents. That's what it values itself at about 80 cents. So if you put $100 worth in 100 Tron, then it's around about, I can't remember what the numbers were in there now. But yeah, I would put in at least $50 worth. But technically, if you balance things properly, you shouldn't have to use it more than the first occasion, or with the exception of perhaps the odd extra occasion, or if you've got team members who send you USDT into your Tron wallet and then you bridge it for them, which means, as I said in that video, you can kind of distribute the fees a little bit more.
Go.
Where can I get these videos? Yep.
Okay. There will be other occasions when you will need to add. Remember, if you've got, say, a $500 miner and two or three $50 miners, and you've made allowances to harvest at the right amount, right? Just the setups that we've been talking about. You've made all of that. You've multiplied it by a few days now because of the problems getting all this working. All right. And then suddenly you go buy a $5,000 miner. Your initial harvest suddenly jumps. So there is an example of where and why you might need to add a bit more to cover harvesting that new miner, because the growth in what you're harvesting, and assuming you do the right timing and you're building your value up a little bit, maybe you're losing a little bit, as Joe has implied, right? But at some point it's going to be a continuous growth. But if you suddenly throw a whole lot of mining power at it, you're going to be ahead of that growth. So you will have to top up your B fuel capacity.
It's all about losing your money in this scheme, guys.
Thanks, Joe.
Oh, we should stop doing that.
That's fine. You're absolutely right. And I forgot to say that myself. I didn't think about it because all day I've been managing, all the last couple of days, I've been managing my B fuel, my miners, and balancing out my B fuel so that I'm always ahead of the game. You have to unmute. Am I on mute? Can everybody hear me?
This is Carl Miller.
Think they can't hear
this
me?
is evidence that Carl was working on the unemployment benefit.
Okay. Okay, where can we get the videos? My playlist, if somebody wants to put it in the chat. Oh, you can't put it in the chat. Put it in the, if you coach Lucille Shannon, are you in the, let me open the chat up again. All right, don't put loads of questions in the chat because I'm going to close the chat again to play the next part of the video. So please don't put any more questions in the chat. I'm not going to answer everything now at the end, but just the people who've just got this particular question of where you put where you can get my playlist. If somebody can get the link for my playlist, put it in the chat, then this person can copy it or give them the link to the Telegram group, the Q&A group. They can go in there and we can give it to them in there. So I'm just going to open the chat now.
Don't think I'm wearing the right top for my green screen today.
Okay. How do we send $100 to Tron Link, like you said? If you've got your money on Binance or on Trust Wallet or on some other exchange, you will need to transfer it in using the TRC20 network. As displayed on my video, once you've opened up Tron Link, you'll be able to get your receiving address, and then you'll just send it using that receiving address. Most importantly, sending it via the TRC20 network. If you send it by any other network, it will be lost forever.
Oh,
what's the is of the Zoom meeting? I want to join on. Okay. You're already here. I'm not sure what you're asking. What about on your phone? I've got everything set up on my phone. I'm not sure it works great on the phone. I was on the Zoom with Siana earlier today, and it's working on her Android exceptionally well. But she was training somebody on iPhone, and it wasn't working. So I don't have a conclusive answer for that. It's just trial and error. The difficulty, and actually, I did say perhaps come and ask you tonight, Cole, if you know how it's going to work on the phone, because I couldn't get the TronLink wallet to bridge and link up with the MetaMask wallet in order for the bridge to work. And I don't know if you have an answer for that at the end. Still can't bridge from Tron. Okay, doesn't know they have an answer. So no, that's probably not possible. That may not be possible for now on iPhone. iPhones are notorious for being awkward. Still can't bridge from Tron. There's no reason why you can't bridge from Tron. Oh, that's Siana. There we go. So is that Siana? Are you still talking about the lady we was talking about earlier? Because you were doing it on your Android.
So if you're on my YouTube channel, check out my
Perhaps
playlist, especially
yes
Rob
no
Woolley's last
do we have to
video.
We have
It's
to
really,
do the
really
Tron
good.
link
Explains
before
how
we
this is a
bridge?
scam
Yes.
and how it's all
Otherwise,
about
there's
just getting
nowhere for the money to
USDT.
be bridged from to send it to. So you have to have Tron link for now.
I'll see if I can get my
We won't
iPad
be using
going.
it long term. And obviously, in the longer term, I'm quite sure Chavez has got plans to introduce much cheaper and more efficient way. Remember, this is still, to coin Chavez's phrase, this is still a baby. So I'm sure there'll be plenty of
Excuse I'll use.
other
None of these
options
schemes
rather
last for
than
very long,
using
do they?
TronLink. He knows himself those fit sustainable. I download the TransLink. Okay, interesting. I loaded the TransLink Pro, but need to know how to set it up. It's exactly the same as MetaMask, Carmen. You open it up, select create new wallet, get your 12 words, save those 12 words, and then it'll look like it is as you saw on my screen. It's exactly the same. If you've managed, that's why I didn't go into loads of detail on the video, because now most people should know how to set them up so they can set up TronLink. And if you've got team, then you should be able to teach your team. If there becomes a need for me to do a much more detailed video, then I will address that. Pro is for advanced features. Use one unless expert trader. I didn't know there was a difference. I didn't see a different option. Certainly that's something to take into account. Everybody, thanks for that, Ange.
Now, where's Carl?
Right, people
Carl's
are sending
unemployed.
questions in, I think. Can you see how much you need to have in the wallet to be able to harvest? Yes, we'll do that. We'll have a look around the dashboard and show you that. What's the advantage in harvesting now? Some YouTubers are saying we shouldn't. Okay. Are there YouTubers about Bitcoin code? If so, I didn't know.
Rob is the guy. So let's bring that up while he's talking.
Well, the advantages of harvesting now is not getting thousands of dollars worth of B fuel fees. If you've got thousands of dollars and you can afford to wait, great, then do so.
Just on it.
Harvest small and more often. Yep.
Okay. The cost to harvest is fixed, everybody, but
Carl hasn't got a job. He's unemployed.
Or dynamic or volatile is swapping the BTCC back to USDT.
If you want to report,
and
Carl,
then USDT back to.
Then I want you to go to this video I'm going to bring
stable
up.
Token.
He's talking in the background.
Just like
I'll show the video.
USDT. All right. The ratio is fixed at dividing by 0.125. All right.
0.0125. In case people start panicking.
Thank you. But those two are stable. It's the only one is the USDT to BTC and back again ratio. Right. So that's where you actually suffer a loss or a gain. Right. So if
he's a beautiful looking guy, isn't he?
Harvesting, eventually you run out of beef.
So this is actually where Carl Miller lives.
Either
this is his house,
in,
and he's literally on the dole
to harvest.
He lives in Melbourne
and wait for the recovery or the upside of BTCC, or to the bridge through the DAP, put $100 into the DAP to buy B fuel and keep harvesting, and you keep getting light upside of, you keep an eye on the value, you get an upside of BTCC, and you make a slight profit. What have you got? You've got $100 worth of BTCC or B fuel plus a little bit of extra. If you don't convert the BTCC, you keep putting the money in to buy B fuel, you get a little bit of upside. So you've got
this is like hamsters on a wheel. Because you're doing something, you think you're going to profiteer.
And you send that BTC.
It's all about coming up with a product.
You send 90.
It's all about coming up with a product so that they can go out there and sell the mining packages, and that's where the Ponzi scheme is. Now, this product that they are talking about, if you go to my YouTube channel and click on Rob Woolley's second to last video, he explains that you're better off just mining and never harvesting, because the harvesting cost at the moment is like $25. And I think they was gloating that because you spend so much money harvesting, that's the worth of the coin. But they haven't actually sold any coins yet. But the Incharvis this morning in the meeting was saying that it is an opportunity there that people can start selling their coins. So you watch the price plummet. Now remember, they're only buying and selling these coins in their own community. This blockchain of theirs is not plugged into the real blockchain. The NFT miners that they have are not certified. The blockchain that they have got is not certified. And currently Binance, which they claim that they're going to have their platform on, is investigating this crowd, and they're going to put a hold on the vault of reserve money that they claim to have in there for $4.2 million. Just some updates for you.
As I explained, TRX is for the fees, USDT is for everything else. What do we buy first, TRX?
So that's the form that you'll find on the video called SATOSHI Hub. And that is the form. If you have a look at that form that you're seeing right there, I'll try to make it a bit bigger for you. This is actually the job seeker payment form for Carl. Now, if you aren't familiar where Carl is, that's Carl Miller right there, working in We Are All Satoshi, doing question and answers, claiming he's got miners himself, so he spent money, and there's his pay slip on the 19th of September 2023. So if you go to that video, you can actually report him. And Carl, I have done numerous videos about Carl, and I've been following him and his antics over the last couple of years. So it's not like, and he also works at night time as a security guard looking after people's assets. So this is the guy that currently is trying to fool people into a Ponzi scheme. Now you might think Danny's doesn't know much about this Ponzi scheme, but I can tell you that Carl has taken he has invested $90,000 of an Australian couple's money, and they've lost the lot. The last Ponzi scheme that Carl promotes was VAV, and they actually put $3,000 in and lost it in 10 days. Carl's been heavily involved in Hyperverse, promoting VidiLook Beta, VidiLook 2, and I haven't seen him promoting Sam Lee's last attempt of VidiLook 3 called Vend. But this guy is one of the most notorious Ponzi scheme promoters that you'll actually find on the internet. However, he still needs to receive a benefit from the Australian taxpayer to survive. And if you have a look at this video of mine, which you'll see, you can actually see where Carl Miller actually lives. And he's not living in a mansion. So if somebody like this is trying to educate you on how to spend your money, there's his phone number if you want it. And we also have a satellite view of his house and where he lives. So if you want to go visit Carl, go knock on his door, ask him for your money back. He has helped people lose thousands and thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars over the last few years. He's just a disgusting individual, and obviously I'm the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, and I'm here to name and shame anyone. Crashed their Zoom meeting and broadcasting it live, and we'll go back to that in a minute, but I just wanted you to know who this guy Carl Miller is and what he's all about. Right, let's tune him up.
With that sort of structure.
Okay, so someone just said staking for TRX it's 3 days. I don't know
He may have
if that
spotted me
means
in the
that
Zoom
you
meeting.
only have to
Looks like
stake it for 3 days
got a
or not.
frown on his face.
What do we do with our BTC after we harvest for the first time? It's up to you if you want to convert it into B fuel or if you want to convert it into USDT and withdraw it. That's up to you, although you won't be able to withdraw it yet, just I think until tomorrow when the outward going bridge becomes active. But as Carl said, you're probably best off to convert 90% of it into B fuel. Remember, this is the long game. You're not going to buy a miner today, be rich tomorrow. This is the long game. Right now, profits are going to be minimal and on occasion minus.
Negative.
But the real profit is going to be based on the trading, not on the swapping of B fuel. Where does the money go?
So these people in here that have used their real name, you're crazy. So I'm going to be putting a database together of all these people and their names, and because these are the people that are training to be leaders and they want to actually sell mining packages. And I'm going to flip up my database and show you how much of a database I have and who I have in the database so far. And I've gone after just under 100 people who are all about promoting these Ponzi schemes.
That's why you've always got to provide the money and a hash to prove the authenticity of who sent the money so that person gets the money back.
Perfect.
It's basically a manual bridging. All right, that's all it is.
Can we send to Tron Link by Binance Direct? Yes. Make sure you're using the TRC20 network. Yes, you can convert to TRX to Tron. It is Tron, isn't it? Oh, sorry, I misread the question. Everybody, there's my playlist. Sandra Carter very generously got my link and put it onto the chat. So there's my playlist there. Feel free to copy that and like it, follow it, subscribe to the channel, whatever it is that you have to do with YouTube. Make me a YouTube sensation. Maybe I can get one of their gold discs. Coach Lucille says, thank you. Using BTCC. I think I do that on the next thing, on the next part of the video. There's my playlist. Please demonstrate on the phone. Also, I can't because I can't get it to work on my phone. But when I do, I will make a video. I don't know what that Zoom link is for. Is that my Zoom link or is that the US Zoom link? Maybe that's the US Zoom link. I think that. Sever said to ask you for USDT address. Can you post that in the chat when you get a chance? Yep, sure. If somebody has got the contract address for the BTC20 USD address, can you also put that in the chat, please? I would be grateful.
I'll grab it.
Laverne, to balance B-Fuel, do you need to add more USDT to MetaMask? Possibly. It depends. As Carl said, at the moment, if you're harvesting, the value of the BTCC is something like $27. So the amount of B fuel you'll need to harvest that is probably a little bit more, maybe $2-3 more. So you're essentially in a B fuel deficit. So if you continue to harvest whilst the value of BTC is down, then you will be using more B fuel and eventually you will run out of B fuel. So you may have to add more USDT into MetaMask in order to buy B fuel. But if you're able to keep your eye up, yep.
Just before we carry on with that thought, Lisa, here is USDT address. Everybody, right?
I'll subscribe to your channel for you, mate.
That direct to somebody. Everybody, that is a USDT address. Yes, that is. Does anybody know what Lisa meant by a USDT
No idea,
address?
Carl, educate us.
That is the BTC20 USDT address, contract address.
That's exciting.
That has a specific purpose. The question, Lisa, the question is that answering her question? Every USDT has an address. Your personal wallet has an address, USDT address. So people, I remind you, be specific in your questions. That question could be interpreted as being a Binance USDT contract address. It could be the address to send USDT to in order to manually bridge. It could be the USDT address to go into the
so many things it could be.
DAP bridge process. So please, people, remember and contextually.
Oh, look, I'm right next door to Carl.
No,
Isn't that funny?
could be my name. Clear questions with clarity, please. Sorry,
It's okay.
Joe.
I think I answered Laverne's question.
Here I am, right
hopefully.
next to Carl.
You can come back
You can
to
see
us in a
me.
minute.
That's me and my.
I bought a subscription miner. May I ask, how do I buy a BTCC for the gas
He's
fee?
going to kick me out soon.
If you bought it well, you must have brought it pre the 25th, in which case you should have got an airdrop for the gas fee. The gas fee, don't mistake the gas fee for the fee for Beetle. The gas fee, the airdrop that you should have got is the gas fee purely for you to be able to connect your miner to the node for the first time. Every time you link to the miner or disconnect from the miner, it's going to cost you, well, Chavez said 1 cent. When I look at it, it's way less, unless I'm looking at it wrong. Am I told?
What was that?
Got some new buttons.
When the airdrop was so people can connect to the node or disconnect to the node for those first couple of times, and he said it's 1 cent to connect to the node, 1 cent to disconnect from the node because that's a transaction. But when I look at the fee that it charges, it's less than 1 cent connect and disconnect.
Yes, it is definitely less than 1 cent. For people that are listening to one that compresses less. Yeah.
So
but most transactions are less.
To the miner, then you should have got an airdrop. And if you didn't, then you should raise a ticket go to. Oh, is this not? But if she got her miner prior to the time when all the pausing went, she should have got an airdrop. If she's just bought a miner now, CJ, then no, you're not going to get an airdrop. In which case, you need to buy BTCC from your upline. Again, I guess that requires a bit more specificity. If you bought your miner, I don't know how long we paused. Was it a week ago? 2 weeks ago?
Just opening up a screen I don't want you guys to see.
Okay, so if you bought your miner prior to a week ago, then you should have received an airdrop. If you didn't, if you bought it today in the last couple of hours, then yes, you need to go to your upline and buy BTCC from your upline. Do we use TronLink when buying B fuel for harvesting? No. Grace. I've just had a conversation with Carl, and at the moment there's an estimated value. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not
so
sure
now it's $27.
This
was filmed a few days ago.
Thank you, Carmen. There's my.
I've just had a conversation with Carl, and at the moment there's an estimated value of Bitcoin code of $11.
I don't know what your question is. You couldn't TronLink, but I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means you couldn't load it, or you couldn't install the extension, or you couldn't download it. You need a bit more specific.
Look at their screen, see what they're doing, eh?
If you've just watched my video,
Gov,
that should have been pretty clear. Hi, Colin Joe, I need assistance setting up tokens on swap platform. Yes, we're going to do that next. Contract addresses from Darrell are right there. Good. That's the last question. Okay, so I'm going to play the next full screen for everybody.
Can't wait.
Okay.
Here we go. This is where I normally get kicked out. So if you look behind me, all those people on the bottom are people that are actively probably all brought in well over $1 million each. All these platforms.
So this is, spell it right. Let me just, and that will bring you right bit to this page.
Oh, we need
to up in this
put it through Grammarly.
It's going to ask you to connect to. Sorry, let me just go back a bit and then play. And then type in bridge
unbeknownst.bitcoincode.
If you really want
make
to.
sure you spell it right, and that will bring.
If you can see here at the bottom of the screen, I forgot to mention this in the video. At the bottom, it says who is the recipient. Where are you sending the USDT to? So this address here needs to be your MetaMask BTC20 USDT wallet, or your BTC20 wallet address. Okay, I forgot 1 o'clock this morning. I made this video, and I'm a little bit under par of late, so apologise if I'm not firing on all cylinders. But just to take note, the releasing address is your MetaMask BTC20. You to this page, and then up in this corner it's going to ask you to connect to your wallet, so you'll connect to the TronLink wallet, okay, and then double check that the address is correct, just in case if you've opened multiple accounts in TronLink you may have connected to the wrong one, so make sure you connect to the correct one. And then here, if you've already got your 100 your USDT in there, in any USDT that you want to be transferred, okay? So you'll put in, so you'll add in your USDT. Any USDT or Tron that you transfer into this wallet must be done via the TRC20 network. Otherwise you'll lose it. So make sure you send it in via the TRC20 network. And when you do the bridge, then if you're sending, say here, 60 USDT, I can send the whole 60 USDT and it will land in my BTC20 wallet, but the fee for that will be taken from the Tron. So you need to keep your eye on this while we're using this, because if this drops to sort of $40, $50, you're going to need to top it up, which means you need to be smart about how you're doing your bridging, how much, if you can if you've got 10 and they want to send you USDT, then the good idea is to have 3, 4, 5 of your team send you their USDT, and then you can do it all in one go and then split the fee between them, so everybody pays a little less fees. Okay, so then you add this into here. So now you can see all you do here, 2 USDT, and then you click.
So the video that you see down the bottom is actually being streamed from my iPad, and that's the video that we managed to, with the help of Bill Johnson, managed to actually get in there. I didn't do it, Bill Johnson did, and broadcast Tugman, and that got the meeting that they were trying to broadcast for 24 hours offline. So that's why you don't see many of these meetings online at the moment. But anyway, I've blurred out all the good bits, well, the bad bits, well, whatever you want to look at, whatever way you want to view it, of Tugman. And in a minute, you'll see the meeting that we caused disruption on. So it's a bit, and we'll really start heating up. And hopefully the 800 people they had in here earlier on, they're all lethal weapons, but they're not. They're all falling asleep in the Zoom meetings and trying to figure out how to get this shit going. It's very complicated. But at the end of the day, you're actually, what you're doing is you're mining within their own environment on a blockchain that isn't plugged into the real blockchain. This is all smoke and mirrors. And deceiving that their coin's going to be worth something, but it's only going to be worth money within their community. And no coins have actually been sold on the real market that I know of, and we're waiting for that to happen.
Let me click on there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
This video is shocking, but anyway, you get the idea.
Keep watching for the how to swap.
Any questions about that? Is there any questions about that? I think I've opened up the chat. Let's
have a look at the questions in the chat, shall we? Let's pause.
Okay, where's Grace gone? Is Grace not in here?
She left.
Oh, she must be in the other one. Okay.
5.
No questions? Have I not opened up the chat? Oh, there you go. All right. Okay. Well, saying yes doesn't tell me what your question is, but thank you for acknowledging. I'm sorry I had a connection issue. Could you repost the address again? Chat cleared. Do you mean to my playlist or do you mean the contract addresses? It tells me I need to connect, then connect. Perhaps that's related to that. Okay, so I'm not sure what you're asking there. Are you asking about Tron Wallet connecting to your wallet? Do you mean the bridge connecting to your wallet? Yes, you need to connect to your wallet.
Somebody has just posted all their wallet addresses.
Well? Yes, in there it will ask you to connect your wallet, just like anything that.
If you track those wallet addresses, you'll find they'll go back to Shabas.
It will ask you to connect to the wallet. I wasn't quite as thorough on this video as I am on the others. I do apologise. Explain why $8 cost was too much for B fuel. You're not buying B fuel with the $8. You're bridging. It's expensive to bridge. It's not that you're being charged $8 to buy B fuel. B fuel is, no matter what time of day, B fuel, as Carl just explained, is 0.0125. So 1.25 cents for B fuel. So if you bought 100 B fuel, then you'd be buying $1, just over $1, about $1.25 worth of B fuel. The $8 BTTC 20 fee, that is the Tron network fee for bridging. It's like, I don't know, Sandra.
This is a lady who looks like a celebrity, actually. Well, she's had a very shiny history. She's one of the educators in We Are All Satoshi. So I'm building information up on her at the moment. But this is to give you an example of what I do. Person of interest, you'll see that I actually have over, I think, just short of 100 people now that I'm actually doing deep dive investigations with. So the guy that actually is talking at the moment, I've actually going to start doing. So anyone that wants to help me out and provide information. So this is just a list of people. Please profile, and why that's there, I'm going to bring up my website address, deheck.com, and show you how that works. Let's go back to this.
Yeah, good question. That one's never been asked before. That's I tend to not let those tips out too much, except for my team. So,
see how privileged you all are coming into here. Not only did you get to meet me, but you get to learn from Cole's huge experience in the tech world. Right, excellent info. Is this training also on Telegram? Yes, this YouTube video is on Telegram. It's also in this chat. If you look for my playlist, it's in this chat. Scroll up, you'll find it. Contract addresses, Bob Smith. Carl has put them in the chat. Please scroll upwards, you'll find them.
Now just remember, Carl is unemployed, currently living on $738 a fortnight from the Australian government. Now he's been making a lot of money over the years. In fact, I've got a couple that lost $90,000 to his investment advice. They just threw $3,000 into VAV and lost the lot. So, bear this in mind when you listen to an unemployed guy who's defrauding the Australian government by being on the unemployment benefit, working as a security guard at night, and in here teaching people how to invest money when he's not an investment advisor.
Crossing from one side of the river to a completely different road on the other side of the river. So on the swap site, all you're doing is doing a quick exchange, just like when you hand over your melon. In this case, if you swap, you could swap BTCC for USDT or B fuel. You're just swapping one thing for another. Playlists. I guess you're requesting the playlist. It is in the chat several times. Please scroll up and find it. Hashing up is it done within our MetaMask from the new WOS account, similar as it was in the old first WOS account. There is no old or new WOS accounts per se. The WOS accounts are exactly the same as they were. The only thing that's different with regards to the accounts is that you've got an old withdrawal wallet and a new withdrawal wallet. So any rewards that you've earned from the kickbacks or from the check matches will be in your new withdrawal wallet, and yes, you can hash up with those. The old withdrawal wallet you cannot, but those funds will be swapped at some stage.
He calls himself
miners.
Crypto Dundee.
Are you aware
Australian.
that when you close the chat, we can copy and paste any? When you close the chat, we can't copy and paste the addresses. Kathy, no, I was not aware of that. So I will.
That's why people like me take screenshots and then use a Mac, and then you right click on it and you open it with preview, and then you can cut and copy the text.
Everybody's tuned in. Do not type any more questions. I'm going to close the chat again. I'll open the chat and you can all scroll up, or if Carl's feeling generous, he can put the contract addresses and the YouTube playlist in again.
Once I finish my breakfast.
But thank you for bringing that. Thanks for bringing that to my attention, Kathy. I did not know that. Zawan, yes. Okay, I'm hoping you're shouting that for a good reason. When we send USDT to Tron TRC 20, the energy to buy TRC will bring the fee bridge down. I think, I don't know what that means, to be fair. I'm not familiar with the TRC, the Tron wallet. So perhaps you can educate us on that afterwards. We'll bring you into the chat and you can educate us on that.
There we go. We're all caught up. We'll go to the bottom of the chat now.
What she's saying is if you stake on Tronic,
right, okay.
you buy that you privileges, you get energy and bandwidth.
Right.
I have no idea what the definition of those are in place of the fees.
Right, okay. Brilliant. Thanks for that, Angelique. And Gay Selda, I am not able to copy the address out of the chat. I think that's because I closed the chat. You should be able to do it now. Again, if when Cole's finished his breakfast, he's going to put all those things in the chat again so you can copy them. Yes, you're right, Joe. I lost money too doing transaction when not having the right amount of USDT. Yeah, it's a very easy mistake to make. I did it also. I have some BUSDT, USTD. You've got USD. This always makes me laugh. Sharon, I really hope that's not what you really mean. How do I buy B fuel? You'll do a swap. That'll be the next part of the question, Brent. Brent, it just wouldn't be you if you didn't have a question. We will get to you. But if you mean that please, when you're putting things in, right, be clear. Come on. How am I supposed to answer that? But it is not connecting. What, the Tron link, the bridging, the swapping, I don't know what please be more specific. I'm assuming you're talking about bridging, and that's because they're working on the bridging for the moment, because they're bringing in a new so that you can transfer your USDT out. But come on, people, please try and be specific.
Of course, you can't take your USDT out.
When I got to the bridge section,
never happen.
A message comes up saying it is an invalid address, and I double checked. Do you mean the bridging service website isn't working? And if so, that's because they are working on it. When I harvest, does that give me the ability to sell my coins whenever I like? Yes, once you've harvested and you've got the secret squirrel, I love that. Once you've harvested and you've got the BTTC in your MetaMask, you can sell them. Although
you got mentioned.
Excuse me. At the moment, you can't actually transfer them out.
Rob, you're a secret squirrel, aren't you?
Oops,
sorry. Is that a secret? Oh no, I think
it will be available. I think tomorrow.
I think that's
the bridging out service
Bill
will
Johnson.
be available. I don't know what the fees for that are going to be yet. We'll have to see. Hopefully, the fees will be cheaper because it's an opposite direction transaction.
We'll just put the
I
chat
need
room
help.
up there.
I'm sorry to hear that. Zoan. Again, specificity. Shouting down, I need help. Has somebody broken into your house? Come on. Let's have some specificity here. I like that word. I have my USDT in my BTC wallet, but I have trouble buying B fuel. Don't worry. We're going to show you that on the next part of the video. Do you have to put the address into trouble? Do you have to put the address into trouble as well, or only in the bridge? Okay, I'm not sure how to read that, Carmen, to be fair. Do you have to put the address into trouble? I don't know what that means. Cold? Any clues?
No, that's got me as well.
Okay, sorry, Carmen. Write your question again because I don't know what that means. Tron wallet? Do you have to put your address?
Oh,
no,
there he is having his breakfast in a plastic bowl.
I have a question.
He's all classy, Carl.
I did a bridge, but it's approve and fail, and I tried many times.
Now, while they're talking, I'm going to show you where Carl lives.
Straight after
This is Carl.
To see if it landed. Because I got exactly the same thing as I said in that video. I got exactly the same thing. It said the transaction
Let's
had
show
failed.
you what we've got on Carl so far.
In fact, I had a panic.
Actually, shut up for a wee while, these guys. If you don't know, I'll keep the chat off screen so I can see anything interesting. This is my website. You click on Contact Us. You'll find all the videos that I do, that I produce, are on my website. But the most important page is the Contact Us page, where you can actually submit evidence or information about anybody that you've seen promoting Ponzi schemes or scams. It's not rocket science. But yeah, I want as more information is better, because I believe going after the sponsor is the trick. Now, it's a form there. It's just going to ask for your name, your details, your username of anything that you're on, in case you want me to know that, your phone number, your country of residence. I need your country of residence, because some of the stuff goes off to official people who want to know if they can prosecute people in your country. If you're in India, you probably ain't got a shit show. But if you're an American person, a Canadian person, Australian person, somebody from the Netherlands or the UK, we can actually do something about it if you tell us your country. All right, so make sure you use the right country. And then we want to know the name of your sponsor, how much money they asked you to invest, and when and what you invested in, and any background story. Any screenshots, please upload them, send them through to me, and I'll put them in the database. Now, what do I do with the database? This is a sample of Sam Lee's database. So I've actually got 27 cartoons, 12 screenshots, 77 images. I've got associates that he's associated with, and in here I've got his whole history. So I'm build up a database of everybody that I can find information on. If you provide me information and you want to remain anonymous, I promise I will not reveal your name. It's all top secret stuff. How's that sound? All right, so let's go back to the Zoom meeting.
I'm impressed at how you would know. TRX is really a killer. Is that a question? But you could speed up and pay more. Let you take detour. Let you take detour, or is different than
Joe.
Yeah,
Joe. Just next time you see a message like that about Secret Squirrel, don't go public, because we can report as we kick out as a scammer or a hacker or whatever.
Okay.
So you're giving them a heads up, because they jump out first. We don't
come back with a different. Oh, okay. Did they jump out then? Did they?
No, I booted them. I was in the process of reporting them.
Oh, yeah, Carl. You're going to report me, Carl? Who are you going to fucking report me to, you dickhead?
I'm not really sure what that question is, to be honest.
Are you mental, Carl? Are you reporting people when you're running an illegal activity, when you're claiming the pension benefit? I mean, have you heard how silly that is? Here he is, a guy on the dole, earning $738 a fortnight, running multiple Zoom meetings, helping people with financial advice when he's not a financial advisor. I've got a couple in Australia that have been given advice from Carl, and they invested $90,000. Just 3 weeks ago, they invested $3,000 in VAV and lost the lot. Now, here's Carl in here telling us that he's going to report somebody to Zoom for being in his Zoom meeting when he shouldn't be doing this, because he should be out looking for a job. Oh, he does have a job. He's a security guard who works at night time. Interesting, Carl. Anyway, back to you, Carl.
Remember, it is very, very time consuming for one-on-one.
This is actually going to be reported to job seekers.
Global fame within the Q&A group. I'm sure it's the same for Carl. I get probably anywhere between 100 and 200 messages every day. I go on a driving lesson. I get off that driving lesson. I've got about 70 messages. And many of those, not all many, but certainly a portion of those messages are people.
Now, if you have a look at the video below, it's called SATOSHI Hub. And there is, you can't see it. You have to enlarge it. Pinch it with your phone if you're on a phone, unfortunately. But if you're on a computer, you might be able to see it. But that's Carl's job seeker payment slip from Central Link. And that's the organisation that pay people in Australia. And in here, this was, we managed to get hold of his computer and bring up his pay slip. Can you believe this? And here he is. And in that video, you'll actually see where he lives, because his home address is on there as well, and his phone number. Give him a ring. His phone number is...
Just take your time with it, because it's very difficult for me to spend time in either very, very early in the morning or in the afternoon. You must connect all three bridge swap up. That's correct. All three, the bridge, the swap, and the DApp needs to be connected to your MetaMask wallet. How do you work out B fuel again? Well, B fuel is 0.0125. You times that by amount of B fuel usage. What is cleared? Chat is cleared. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure.
That means somebody has either dropped out or left and come back. The chat doesn't reload.
Right. Okay.
Only from your entry point, people. So if you drop out,
you should do this for work, Carl.
You miss all the messages from previous.
I'm just going to move something around on my screen. Okay. I don't want you guys to see.
It's like on WhatsApp. When someone joins your group in WhatsApp, they don't see all the previous messages, do they? Please, Carl, share with us. Share with all of us. Share it with all of us. I'm guessing that means the contract address is in the playlist, I suppose. Carl, Joe, please check the direct.
I'm guessing that means
there we go.
tips.
Oh, okay. What's the direct message, Dream Maker? Have you got that, Carl? Have you picked it up? I haven't got a message showing for me.
About Squirrel.
Oh, okay. When Chavez said send your USDT address to the uplines for USDT, is it our MetaMask USDT
Maybe
address?
Guys, we'll get back to the show in a second. I'm just resizing something, put it on another screen so you guys don't have to see what I do.
Sending it. Remember, the whole point of sending him your USDT address is for him to send it into your MetaMask. So why would you be sending him your Binance one?
All right, back to the show.
Think.
Complicated life I have doing this.
Mechanism is that you send USDT TRC20 to your chosen upline or me, but please, if you go to your upline, I'm only going to help with people who can't identify an upline, which is going to be bigger than Ben-Hur.
Really? Hold up, we know I have a sound for that.
Your
money,
USDT,
scary,
TRC20
bit of laughter
to a designated address. The leader will then send that on to Chavez to his secret address, which is now going to be a secret.
That's Carl in the bottom screen trying to stop Tugman
taking 20 address. Then that will put up transfer on. Remember, everybody, whoever is acting as this funnel is going to be incurring fees.
Whoa.
Right? So
pay
don't
money to these guys. Where's the money go?
Especially if they're using Tronlink.
Is Chavez not asking for fees? Because I was earlier on, someone else sent some in. I had to add $2 on to cover fees.
Yeah,
at the moment he's not doing it. Okay, that's fine. That thing you said that happened yesterday. If you don't want to share that public, perhaps you can share that with me a little later because I don't know about it.
I will share. Actually, I will share it here because it is important. Okay. Remember, some of us had their NFT stolen. So this is another warning about
that's stupid. Because you posted the address on the screen, you dickasses.
No, it's another security issue.
Security
issue. You know, the impersonators, the cloners, they hit the Telegram anyway.
Oh my God. Did you do it, Carl?
Do not respond to any messages that are
for money,
asking for money or providing a mechanism for you to give money in any public arena.
Right.
Chavez what about this arena? This is public. Money. I will not ask you for money. Joe will not ask you for money. Beverly will not ask you for money.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
They don't need to, you to give them money.
All right.
But you need to provide it via the correct mechanism. If you go outside that mechanism, you are throwing your money away, potentially, but most likely throwing your money away.
Oh, I heard you the third time.
Right. You know, tomorrow I'm going to make a video. So I'm going to make a video
videos, mate. Leave it to the experts.
Stuff to send around because this is becoming an issue.
It is.
This is something that's been covered so many times,
don't get out
and yet people still fall foul. And it is very easy to do. I nearly came across it myself a couple of months back, but luckily I smartened up fairly quickly and didn't make anything.
I wonder if you're unemployed as well, mate.
But please, there'd be no reason for me to contact anybody from here.
Okay.
On occasion, I might. Hello, and this is how you work the swap.
Oh, there he is.
I might contact somebody
like this
on Telegram who's asked.
I've just had a conversation with Carl.
Hello, Carl.
And at the moment, there's a good, which is good news.
Is it really?
It's good news.
That I'm not able to do on the Telegram chat.
Where'd you get the estimated from, Goo?
Just a quick.
I'm going after you next, mate. Any information on this guy who's talking at the moment, please do go to my website.
But I would never
go to my
nobody.com go on, Carl,
and submit information. I want his name, where he lives, his email address, any details on him. And if you've lost money to that guy, please give me his details.
Right, Carl, can you delete that? I don't know if I have to delete that. Is that, or do I have to do it?
Hey, good on you. That's one of our guys. I think that might be Secret Squirrel. Scam.
Yeah, there you go.
Carl, there you go. Scam.
Yeah,
woohoo!
Okay.
Only problem is that he'll probably go through and find my name, and I'm in there as the crypto
passwords.
My handle in there is the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, and they haven't even seen me or kicked me out yet.
Please educate.
55 minutes I've been in their Zoom meeting, and they're talking about security with the nickname the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, and they haven't kicked me out. Remember, Carl's on the dole, and we've got his name, phone number, his address, where he lives, everything. And we've reported him to the Australian government because he's on the dole. And he works as a security guard, and he's been doing this for about 3 years. So hopefully he's toast. I'm going to keep ringing them up until they do something about him.
Where can we check for our BTC 20? The scan site, you click on the menu, there's token, and select all, and then all the contract addresses are there. So while we keep publishing the addresses in chats and Zoom and Telegram, they are quite easy for you to find. All you need is go to scan.bitcoincode.technology or log into your MetaMask, and you should have your BTC 20 address already published in there by the connection. Right, so you should by now have got all of that set up. If you're linked to the chain, you've hit that push at the bottom where it says add to MetaMask down at the bottom of the scan site that people have already been looking at. If you've forgotten the address, just go to the BTC20
actually, what I must do is
token in your wallet,
broadcast
on the options,
the address of this meeting so that people can
or whatever different terminology, but all means the same. View this coin on the scan site, and it'll jump there, and it'll provide your wallet address so it goes straight to your account.
I'll just find it 15 minutes after.
Then just scroll up to the top, and you'll
see if anyone wants the address of this,
about 5 options. There's one that says tokens. Click on it. It's got 2 options. All for BTCC.
This is
That's all the 2 options. Just click on all, and you'll see all the addresses.
That's cool. Again, so if you want to join us,
okay.
I couldn't find Joe. I couldn't find Joe. Joe wasn't in
so
there.
if you want to join us in the Zoom meeting and cause disruption,
maybe she's
please do come in.
Different.
I just posted in this live in the comment section. If you go to the comment section, you'll see the live to this Zoom meeting. Please go in there and cause some disruption. It'll be absolutely awesome. Rob wants to join me.
What question did you? Look, no, you can carry on. You can do some.
Yeah, the USD contract address is the same in MetaMask.
I'm live on the meeting at the moment, and you've just phoned up in the meeting.
Correct. Yes, it's the. Oh no, the contract address is. It's always
what was that?
USDT BTC 20 contract.
What meeting?
Always.
It's been broadcasted on my YouTube.
But.
Going to
whether that's the address.
Yeah, I'm doing a video, and at the moment I've got Carl in here who doesn't have a job, and he's talking, and I'm broadcasting it live.
Then it's the account address in MetaMask that you need.
Oh right, yeah, no, it'll be the same one. If you go to the chat session, you can come in the chat session and have a chat.
So, queue on phone message. Oh. Sorry, Joe.
That was brilliant because they did ask that. Well, the funny one is we just had Secret Squirrel. Were you Secret Squirrel?
What question did you go? Please.
We had Bill Johnson write spam all over the screen, and then he got kicked out.
Said that one. There are so many people who are strapped.
So just now, if you're watching, there was a picture of Carl Millar's payslip. Remember, he's on the dole providing financial advice to you in a Zoom meeting, how you can become a billionaire. Funny thing is, I could bring you into the meeting by ringing back and answering on my iPad, and then you'd be on the meeting.
Previous chat. No, that's fine. Just obviously
go to my YouTube Live,
you should be able to see it all,
and you'll see the link there. You probably have been booted out already then, because I think they said they booted you.
Has now been put back in the chat. Please, can you clarify for me where can I check the USDT? I think Carl just did that one.
Don't ask tricky questions, Rob.
Is all the same for MetaMask and swapping. The BTC 20 USD contract address is the same for both. Yes.
Yeah. So what you do is you dial in on your phone.
Playlist back in the chat, please.
But you won't, and then you can be in the meeting, and they can't stop you going into the meeting.
Okay, let's find you, Grace. And you can
but you can hear and you can unmute yourself, but you come up with your phone number. So put a private number on your phone, go into the meeting, and they can't stop you.
Okay, if you can assist with gatekeeping, please, because we've had some annotations.
Oh, here we go. Hold it. Listen to this.
How to add the B fuel? How do you add the B fuel token?
They're asking
to the swap?
for
that's going to be on the next section.
To police the room. I'm in the room, right? I'm in the room. My handle is the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger.
My personal address. I have 5. If you mean the group, if somebody can put their
and they're talking about security and being careful with your crypto wallets, because somebody impersonated Chavez, which was meant to be Bill Johnson, and he put another crypto address in their chat room, and people were chucking money into it.
Where it
was
says
pathetic.
And
here I am.
How much B fuel you've used, and it will, and then all you got to do is multiply.
Yeah. And I've been broadcasting this for an hour now.
All there on the dashboard. Okay, all you need to do is take some time to look around.
There's Carl Millar's house in the picture below, if you're wondering, people.
You need to take the initiative, take personal responsibility for your
Carl Millar's house,
for your platform, for your dashboard. Go and look at the dashboard. Go and look around it. A lot of the stuff that I know is not because it's been told to me.
I could bring you into the Zoom if you want. If you've got trousers
on. And learned and took it upon myself to look, to understand.
Okay.
This is why it took me so long to make this video, because I didn't want to make a video until I understood the process. So I played with it. I lost a bit of money, but I played with it.
I'm turning this idiot off. Now, Rob's on the phone here. You can see Rob here. Now, Rob went in there, and I'll put you on loudspeaker. I think you're on loudspeaker. So tell us what you actually did, Rob.
Well, I basically went into the Zoom meeting because I thought it was open to all. I asked 2 questions and got kicked out.
And what questions did you ask, dear Rob?
I just asked about harvesting.
And why would you not harvest?
Yeah, well, they weren't big questions either. I can't even, I'll have it written down somewhere what they were, but yeah, they were pretty simple questions. They got answered. I thought it was quite interesting because they seem to imply that at the moment the BTTC coin only exists, and I don't totally understand this, right, but you can't actually connect it to anything outside of where it is at the moment. So I think that means you can't trade it to anybody outside of WOZ.
I did actually get a video of Chavez saying that you can sell your BTC 20, sell it, but they're still talking about providing some sort of arrangement where you can get your money off the platform. So that I don't know why you would sell it and then not be able to get your money off the platform into USDT.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't know if they're talking about money or access to it. Look, I don't really understand all this, right? It's really confusing. So if I'm confused, other people must be confused, which is why these Zoom meetings are still going, obviously. But it seems to be that it's going to be accessible outside of wherever it is now, which I'm assuming means other people can buy it, sell it, whatever.
Yeah. Now the whole lot's a bit of a sham, bit of a laugh. Are you tempted to buy a miner?
Is that are you asking me?
Yeah.
Not well, look, actually, no, to be honest.
Yeah.
For a throwaway $50 to actually get inside and actually watch what happens. It would be quite fascinating, actually. Am I going to do it? No, definitely.
I'm actually tempted because I think it would be quite interesting.
It would be interesting.
No, good stuff, mate. I'll let them carry.
Come back and say, what is countdown? Yeah, we're not going to know what you mean. Back to you, Joe.
Yeah, please don't take me as being disrespectful or rude.
Here we go.
Or condescending. It is not meant like that. But if any of you saw my video,
all right. He's telling them off. He's not trying to be rude or condescending. Now, the guy that's speaking right now, my avatar is right next to him. Steps. It's like,
learn,
it's just crazy.
Share, teach. Learn your product, share about your product.
No worries, mate. You have a goodie.
And
see you, mate. Bye.
The first 2 steps to the next person. But sometimes you don't have somebody to teach you. And that's, I guess, to a large degree why many of you are here. But you have to also take some personal responsibility to teach yourselves also by looking around. Don't be scared to look around the app and press and...
Well, you just cut Secret Squirrel off. He asked a genuine question and you booted him out.
And understanding it. But part of that has to come from you. It can't be down to just your upline or just your sideline or just us to provide every single answer, because otherwise you're going to be on these Zooms every day for the next year. So I hope you don't take offense. That's not my intent. That's my playlist again.
Also, Joe, remember, people, you do belong to a structure. Somebody was your sponsor. Now, remember, it's not...
Okay, while Carl's doing his lecture, this is my iPad on the bottom right-hand screen, and this is somebody in the chat room going through everybody's profile as they come in and screening them.
He might call me 3 times a day, all right? But I might call him once or twice a week. I don't call all my downline, but I do call my downline just to
You call your mummy,
sure.
Carl. Mum, I haven't got a job yet, but I'm learning about crypto.
It's their obligation, it's their business to contact me when they need supply.
Right, now if you want to know about Carl's, how he looks after his downline, go into the video about Vera. Vera was the lady that tried to get her crypto back and paid $1,800 to some crypto recovery agency. They put her money into a WordPress website to make it look like it was a crypto wallet address, and then asked her for another $1,800. In between all that happening, Carl was advising Vera to invest $3,000 more in buying 2 VAV packages. Now, that just fell over a month ago. They lost all their money in 10 days' time. Absolutely incredible. This is Carl, who's unemployed, working for the... He works for the Australian government because he gets a paycheck of $738 a month. This guy is a criminal by promoting Ponzi schemes. He's not a registered financial advisor, and he's in here telling people how to invest money into a crypto opportunity that isn't plugged into the real blockchain.
If you all reach out to Lucky and Alicia, I believe they are now both working together on that thing. If you can't copy the playlist, click, great. I didn't know before that you couldn't copy when the chat was locked. So if you can't copy the playlist, click on the link and then save it to your browser, or you can copy it afterwards. What's the video are here for? Please watch them, make life easier. That's what great point, Dorel. My YouTube playlist, and that is, I think, perhaps the link for the... Right, that seems to be all the questions, so let's play the next bit.
Okay, we're not going to listen to that. What we're going to do is we're going to see if I can turn the sound up on this. And this is Rob's video that we did a voiceover on the live yesterday.
Sell it. So harvest every single day. Every 8 hours.
And if anything interesting comes up on the meeting, I'll let you know.
Okay.
But
that's not going to...
Honestly, just what he's raving on there, Rob is going to talk about how stupid this is in his own video, which is on my YouTube channel. But I thought I'd let you listen to that for a bit. I'm just testing a few new things. That's why I'm doing this live. We're actually broadcasting. I'm in their Zoom meeting and I'm broadcasting their meeting live onto my YouTube channel. And I'm also got an iPad that's on the screen down below, and I'm just playing a video that Rob did.
As an investor, you have a dilemma: harvest and hurt, or sit and crash. This video is one that you might want to share to people who are invested. or thinking of becoming invested in We Are All Satoshi, because we give a quick review of what has happened to date and some of the glaring holes in this project, which few, if any, are asking about. But you need to ask if you're going to have any involvement and know exactly what it is that you're going to get involved in. So we will cover Sam Lee, ABC News, Chavez, mining NFTs, connecting to nodes, Bullshock, B-Fuel, Tron, MetaMask, mining, support crew, deadlines, BTTC value or price, and probably a few other things. This scheme is really starting to show its true colours, but you have to be looking very carefully to see them. The other day mining started, and everyone seems to have forgotten just a few weeks ago about all of the schmozzle with Sam Lee and VAV and their money disappearing. And it's still not returned, and weeks later you haven't heard a thing, and it's looking like it's not going to be returned either.
Give back to the community. Why do I have people around me? That's because even when everything goes wrong, things still go right for me. Because it's always someone else's fault. Let's be clear. From a legal standpoint, it's always someone else's fault.
Sam Lee, of course, was why many decided to sign up for We Are All Satoshi. Despite the terrible performance Sam Lee has had from all accounts, he was portrayed as a billionaire who was a leader in the cryptocurrency industry, having advised governments, although we don't know what governments and we don't really know what his advice was. And apparently he made billions running large companies, but we don't know what he made his money on or what those large companies were. However, just the other day, ABC ran an expose on Sam Lee and his performance, or lack of, with Blockchain Global in Australia, which has seen investors left with combined losses of maybe as high as $50 million. Please see the link below if you want to watch that.
Do the withdrawals on video. Just let everyone have their money. Firstly, let's be clear. How do I do that?
See if you can spot me in this article.
How do I do that with this?
He lost $100,000.
And you know what?
That's the liquidators.
Business first, charity second.
Sam's best friend.
Business first, charity second. I need to be a good businessman. Make the money.
That's my video. And look at my. Mr. De Heck said Hyperverse has rebranded several times.
Of course, give back to the community.
So overnight, Sam Lee is gone.
Good looking guy.
After a private meeting with leaders where they asked him to become a little less visible. They thought that he was saying too.
Now, just put this into perspective, guys. Literally, Sam Lee started We Are All Satoshi 4 weeks ago. Sam Lee had started and owned this company. Chavez, a person who's nobody, has come along and now claimed ownership, including taking the keys, theoretically, to the Vault Horizon that has $4.2 million in it. Here is an article all about Sam stealing $50 million from Australia and disappearing, and then turning up in Dubai and starting to run all these Ponzi schemes. So he started off with Stable Deo, then VidiLook 1, 2, and 3, and then also VAV, and then We Are All Satoshi, and he's been pushing that. All the videos of Sam Lee have been deleted, and now they're carrying on like business as normal with Chavez, who has no last name. And this is why we're so rampant. So let's carry on listening to Rob's.
And maybe not encouraging the community, and it was replaced by Chavez, who basically came from nowhere, walked in. Now maybe he's the owner. He's definitely the self-declared CEO. He's head of the tech team, which Sam Lee had said was his domain. Remember when Sam said that he's safe as the tech guy? Whatever happens, doesn't matter. He still earns his 2%. Well, not anymore. Chavez does. And lately, he seems to be, that's Chavez, the only employee, as he sits on numerous Zoom meetings, walking people through, sometimes getting very frustrated with them, as multiple people have walked through how to connect their miners to nodes, how to find out what's happening with the NFT that hasn't arrived so that they've actually got their miner, bridging their accounts from MetaMask to Tron, explanations of Bull Shock, which nobody knew about, and B Fuel, seeking help to actually get the NFTs for the miners that they paid for, and many other issues besides. So where's the team? After weeks, where are the support workers? There's only volunteers.
And that's a valid point. Yeah, where are the support workers? Chavez is meant to be having support, and here you've got these third-party people trying to help people connect this all together. So what happened to the support that Chavez said he was setting up? We've never seen anything about it. So you put in a ticket. I'm sure it's Chavez at the other end trying to answer these questions as quick as possible. But there is no official organisation. This is all crypto-based. As far as I'm concerned, there's no registered company in any currency. They have no real offices. Sam Lee claimed he had 8 buildings where he was housing 5,000 staff, and then another week he walks through showing the 8 buildings that he leases with 750 staff, which didn't exist because he wouldn't even do a walkthrough. So this is just all bogus. This is them trying to come up with a product so they can go out there and start selling these mining packages. Now, we're going to follow this journey of theirs all the way until we get their YouTube channels done. So if you are watching my live, you will find in the chat section, and if you go into the live chat, you'll see a link to the meetings. Now, these meetings are on 24 hours a day. You can go in there continuously every day until you get banned. At the moment, I'm in here as the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, and no one has noticed. And I've been in here for over an hour 17 broadcasting this. This is how slack their security is, and now this whole meeting and everyone's usernames and passwords, the information on the screen's getting broadcast to YouTube live. And these guys think they have a right to actually show you how to invest money into USD, put your USDT into their platform so that they can profit from you doing so. Now, when the mining packages become available, there's going to be a lot of people that don't understand this because I've been watching this for a month. And what's going to happen is these guys are going to sell these mining packages. It's going to bamboozle people. They'll sign up on the good faith of their friend or their family member who refers them into it, who claims they know all about it. This is how Hyperverse started up. Hyperverse theoretically was a $4 billion scam. Ryan Jew, who started that with Sam Lee, gone into hiding. We haven't seen him since. We think he's in Nepal because I was in the Nepal support group the other day and they said they were talking Nepalese and a mixture of Nepalese and I think it's Hindi, don't quote me on that. But anyway, my point is these guys are rampant. I'm the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. I'm here to name and shame anyone running a Ponzi scheme or a scam. These people in these Zoom meetings right now, I've got their names, their handles, their nicknames. It's all recorded. This video will be on the internet forever and we'll use this to incriminate these people for running and promoting Ponzi schemes or scams. Let's get back to Rob for a bit. Well, we might tune in to the meeting.
That has now all gone.
We'll come back to you, Rob.
Into my MetaMask. You can see here, my amount of BTCC has gone up and my amount of B Fuel has gone down. And that is the entire process from start to finish. And if there's anything that I've missed out, as always, let me know.
Right, 125 people in this Zoom meeting at the moment, learning how to be scammers.
So I did make a mistake on that. I said harvesting costs 1 cent. I don't know why I said that. That's not true.
So let's find Lisa.
In there. Ooh,
hang on, Joe. Hang on, Joe. Brent.
That's right, I'm stopping.
Brent.
Can you search users in here? Look for Lisa.
Animated. You can unmute.
Yeah. I think, except I forgot what I was animated about. It was something that was going on, but it's already passed. So I thank you very much for acknowledging, but I can't remember.
Boom, look at that.
If anybody's got questions on that last bit, we'll take questions on that last bit and then we'll go to general questions. Hi, Joe, I cannot connect the token.
I'm collecting all these usernames and passwords. And I'm going to go through and put you in my
try and
database.
diagnose it, make sure it's not at my end, but there appears to be the server's crashed.
The server's crashed.
The DApp.
But that server that you're talking about, Carl, can handle 65,000 transactions per second. Are you telling me that the 125 people in this room are crashing the server, or there's such a big demand, or are you just trying to smoke and mirror all this? This is what makes me absolutely furious.
Don't scream at me.
Use some logic.
But it must be known about. You getting it as well?
Yeah.
All right, so don't panic.
All right, so they've taken all the money.
Yeah,
everyone's lost their money. This is
up
Carl
that didn't
Miller.
quite work.
If you're not familiar with Carl Miller, have a look at him. We've
Right.
got a video here.
I'm sure Chavez is putting the fire out as we speak.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Yep.
He's getting out of bed right now.
Okay, so hi Joe. Yes, I cannot connect the token. Which token?
Nice cup of coffee there,
And
Carl.
On the DApp or on the. If you can't do it on the DApp, then that's because the DApp's not live at the moment.
Look at
If you
Carl
can't
Miller.
do it
What
on
a
the swap,
good-looking guy.
Again, a little bit of
I'm going to show you where
specificity
Carl
there,
lives.
please. Or was that on the next one? Oh, on the swap, it takes me to a browser. Ah, right. Yes, I didn't because I didn't get this. This is something I've had a couple of times from people over the course of today.
So while he's raving, this is a typical video of mine, right? I've turned the sound down. There's a more button under here. You click on more, and it takes you to all the timestamps. But if you want the luxury, go down to View All, and when you click View All, it will race you back to the top, and you can see all the timestamps along the way. So let's have a quick look at how to report Carl, because he's on the dole. This is his job seeker payment slip on the 19th of September. He earned $738. There's his home address. So if you want to, you can just go to that part. There's Carl's phone number. Please do send him a text. He lives in Australia. You just need to put a +61 and put the phone number there. And this is actually where Carl Miller actually lives. I'm going to flick it back there again. This is his house. Look at the shambles of his house. It's got Winnebagos parked on it. Old sheds, rust done, so it's not 4K. Give us more bandwidth. My apologies. We'll go to 1080.
Try what I said.
Swap this that's offered as a default is perfectly fine.
So this is Carl Miller. He's an Australian, otherwise known as Crypto Dundee.
Yes.
He's been promoting these scams for 3 years on the
one
dole.
that's offered, which is Unicorn Default Swap Lift. You really don't need anything outside of that because the bridge isn't going to support thousands and thousands of different tokens, and neither will the swap pools. Swap pools will potentially only support maybe 10 tokens at maximum. Obviously, it's got to support BTCC, USDT,
you can tap
fuel.
You got us,
but it will probably add
the phone number.
USDC.
Right, that's Carl's house. This is where he's broadcasting live. This is Carl on the dole. And this is Carl's home address and phone number and email.
I'm sure in
so
time
it's Carl
well,
N Miller,
BTTC
@gmail.com, and his phone number is there as well.
You only need wrap BTCC if you're moving out, say, to the
He stole $90,000. Well, he didn't steal it. He advised people how to lose $90,000. Can you believe? And he's on the dole.
Okay.
I'm furious about that.
Just
on the dole, Carl. Get a job, Carl.
To allow you to move your BTCC out to buy.
There's the elephant in the room.
At a profit, a bigger profit. If once they're listed on.
Are you giving financial advice?
I don't see it in
going to jail, Carl.
Any internal reason.
No, okay.
Carl, you need a shave.
Why. I don't know why, but the person that I was on the Zoom with earlier today, because it wasn't, they couldn't, the Uniswap that was offered. Right. So I don't know. I can't remember which one it was.
I've always told people to just use the default, which is the
love the headset, Carl.
Basic Uniswap.
Did you get it from the warehouse?
Of course, but for some reason it didn't have it. It didn't have one set. Was it Felicia? She didn't have one preset. She had to choose, and I had it with one of my team earlier. All right, should we go to general questions? And if there's nothing specific,
general questions, popcorn time.
The solution to that.
Boom! This is where it gets exciting. I might have to unbroadcast some of this.
Address bar in that request, and log out of the swap, come back in without a default, and might ask you for a default again.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Okay, so this gets X-rated.
Well, if there's no questions about the
I will have to disconnect
the video, hopefully that cleared up some of the questions. And if it has, put your hand down.
Let's go to gallery view so we can see the people.
So let's go with Laverne, I guess.
Let's name and shame these people, eh?
Brent, you're next after Laverne, so we'll get to you soon.
Up you come, Laverne.
If you know these people in these Zoom meetings, please let me know via my website. I'll show you my website.
Hi, you guys. Thank you so much. This has really been, an amazing journey with you guys and everything that you're doing to help us out. By the way, I'm on my DApp right now, and I've been on it since you guys have been on. So I'm not having that server problem that some people are having.
Oh.
But my question is, I harvested for the first time yesterday. So today,
you silly
I
lady.
have like $1 and something USDT left in my MetaMask. But I saw where you just did the demonstration for the harvest today, Joe, and all you did was harvest BTCC. So should I do that following, having initially harvested?
Good question. Over to you, Carl.
You can only harvest
I don't know what you mean.
BTCC.
You can only harvest BTCC, so I'm not sure.
Okay, well,
I'm not sure what you mean.
Okay, I was on Chavez yesterday, and they went through the harvesting process.
Okay.
And he had me go to B Fuel first.
Okay.
On the
Yes,
DApp.
because you need beef. Yeah, because you need to
put
buy
money
bee
in.
fuel
We want your
in
money.
order to harvest. You're not harvesting bee fuel. You're using bee fuel to harvest in the same way that you put petrol or gasoline in your car to drive.
Okay, so that's what I did. So
Oh, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Just harvest every day.
Yeah, but just make sure you don't run out of bee fuel.
Don't run out of petrol.
Just make sure
Keep topping it up with
Laverne.
USDT.
Okay.
Sorry,
Right.
can't help myself.
What the first step is to obviously harvest for the first purchase, right? From the first purchase. The first purchase is done with importing USDT.
This is Carl's house.
Right.
So you did that. But unless, and this is where it touches on that tip I gave everybody, right? If you're recycling, you've got to complete a circle. It's actually a triangle. You put in USDT, you buy B fuel, you harvest BTCC, then you swap BTCC
Yes, buy me a cup of coffee,
USDT,
please. Don't
and that completes the triangle. You use that bit USDT to buy the next lot of B fuel, to harvest the next lot of BTCC, to buy the third lot of USDT.
Let's have a look at Carl's house, okay? You ready?
Okay.
Is it not a good idea to just
This is Carl's house.
BTCC straight into
He's on the
bee fuel?
dole. So
well, that will maintain the
this is Carl,
the
and this is where he lives.
of the exchange of
the
the
bedroom?
exchange. Yes, but
It's his kitchen.
Every time you are losing a
This
little
is a
bit
laundry
of value,
slash
the,
what do you call it?
harvested BTCC
Bathroom?
is not
Shower?
a break even or profit.
This is his
upside,
paddock he mows.
then
Look at the
yeah,
beautiful
you
job he
always
does.
lose a little bit of value. The money that I
Nice,
used
look at that.
yesterday for all my team
His
to
shed
move
where he keeps
through,
his tractor if he had one.
as I said, some people made a
That's
little
guest
bit of
bedroom
profit.
if you want to go
Some
stay.
made a little bit of loss. Every time we
Isn't that
moved
beautiful?
the BTCC,
This is
the
Christmas
B fuel
trees.
to the next person, if they made an upside in that moment,
Carl's
they
on the
kept that
dole.
little bit of B fuel, so the original amount. But every time it moved on after a loss, I incurred that loss because they moved all of their B fuel across, and they didn't have a negative B fuel left over. The people that made a profit had some. The people that made a loss, I wore that.
You can't wear it. You're on the benefit, mate.
Now, this is where it touches on the tip I made earlier. If you keep depositing USDT into your MetaMask wallet on the
Yes.
BTC20 network, however you do that, and you buy B fuel, and that's the only thing you do, you're just going into...
Now, what he's trying to tell people, now remember their platform is not plugged into the blockchain. It's a standalone platform. So this is like playing a game of Monopoly. And every time you get a crypto address and you deposit money into their platform, you potentially just be giving them your USDT for a Space Invaders game.
Point in time when the value of BTCC is then positive again, then you can swap and make a little upside. But you're just building up your bank of asset within your
an asset that has no way of gauging its worth, because the only people that are going to buy and sell this asset is people within the community, because there's none of it being sold outside on the real blockchain.
In profit. As long as you're not making a loss, you're making a profit or breaking even, everything's cool.
Cool.
You're getting a larger and larger amount of BTCC in your wallet. Then when they open the facility to go and buy miners with BTCC, you instantly get an extra 10% because you only have to send across 90% of the value to buy.
Now, remember, Carl has actually, I've got people I know in Australia who have lost $90,000 to Carl's advice.
But not yet. So that's just a strategy. Just a strategy. It's not a recommendation.
He's not a financial advisor.
If you want to put $100 into WOZ and buy 2 miners,
it goes straight into the back pocket of the people that are running the scam and all the people that are promoting it.
DAP and buy B fuel and build up that way. It's entirely your choice, but it's an idea because...
It's an idea to line Carl's pocket, but he doesn't need money because he gets the dole from the Australian government.
Out across on a bigger side of...
Central Link have been notified that Carl is working while he's on the dole. Carl gets $738 a fortnight.
Just one added thing onto that is the swap service is free. You're not charged for swapping from one to another.
Okay. The other question I have, Chavez encouraged everyone to sell. And I remember Ferda and a couple of other David said that they were holding on to, they weren't selling. So
that's a good idea. Just watch Rob's video.
Sell right now.
The reason you should sell now is because Chavez needs circulation and liquidity.
He needs money.
The term sell can mean lots of different things. It could be you could sell it into a swap pool, right? So you can stake some of your, you've got, say, 10 BTCC mined. If you put, say, $250, $270 of USDT into your wallet, you can pair those, because remember, a swap pool is a 100% one-to-one value pairing. So 10 BTCC, which is valued at $25 odd to 27 at the moment, fluctuating slightly, $240 to $270 of USDT. Whatever that value is at the time you choose, you go into the pool. On the swap screen, there's a swap and pool. You go to the pool tab, you pair exact amounts of dollar value of BTCC, say 10 at $27.50, $275, exact pairing in dollar value, drop it into the swap pool, you start earning swap fees. Everyone that's in the swap pool...
Where's that money come from, though, Carl?
...will earn every single swap that goes on. The pool earns 1 cent. It's not actually free, Joe, but it's close enough. Every time someone does a swap, there's a swap fee, 1 cent. If you own 1% of that swap pool, you will earn 1% of 1 cent, right? Times thousands and thousands and thousands of swaps.
Oh my God!
So why doesn't that come up when you're doing a swap? Why doesn't the MetaMask come up to accept that fee, or is that fee taken out of the BTCC or the USDT?
It's I can't answer that because I actually haven't been staked into the pool yet.
Oh, so practice what you preach, isn't it? What we should be doing there?
I haven't checked that is absolutely correct. That there is a swap fee in terms of using the swap pool, but right. There are some swap pools like a trading fee. It's very complex.
Oh, it's very complicated, Carl. I don't even know how you follow it. I don't.
As far as I know, the design does not incur a fee, but the network transaction, the gas fee part, is still there.
Okay. I got it, Carl. I got it. You explained it well.
The swap pool
Shut your eyes.
A service.
Dream of Tug Guy.
Swap pool is a service, and some services charge a service fee. Like going through the tunnel. That tunnel you meant. Right? There is 2 fees in going through that tunnel, isn't there? There's one, a toll. But there's also fuel. You're going to have to drive, so you're going to burn up fuel. In this case, That's gas fee.
Okay.
So there's gas fee to use the network, but there's no toll to use the swap pool. I think that's what the difference is that people need to understand.
Okay. To put that into sort of more real world sense, if you think about if everybody held their BTCC, it would have no value because it'd only have an internal
so
value.
Everybody should
really
hold
no value.
Exactly that. Hold your.
Like when you own your house, your house is $100,000, but it's a hypothetical value until the time you sell it. Because invariably, when you sell it, people negotiate. You might sell it at a time when the house prices are lower. You might sell when the prices are slightly higher, and you'll make a profit. So if everybody holds on to their BTCC, it's really kind of worthless. But in order for the BTCC to go onto exchanges, there has to be liquidity. There has to be BTCC on the marketplace. Chavez can't get BTC listed onto Binance or any other exchange
if
there's only 500 BTCC in the marketplace.
That's exactly what Rob has been saying to people.
So right now, and for anybody that hasn't heard me say this before, right now, you must take out of your mind profit. We are creating profit for the future. Okay? We're all going to make a lot of money in the long term. Chavez, I'm sure, has a lot of plans in the background that we don't know about that he releases on a time-to-time
remember,
basis.
Chavez is the guy that doesn't have a last name. He offered me $10,000 if I could find his last name on his one piece of paper, which is obviously his birth certificate, or he could have been brought up in a cardboard box, who knows. And this guy has got 100% control of We Are All Satoshi. 1 month ago, Sam Lee had 100% control of this. This is how crooked this is.
Or at least two things. Firstly, you need liquidity. So that BTCC must go into the marketplace, okay? So that it can be recognised and that the quality...
And that is how Rob's video, which I will put back on in a few minutes, is explaining that if you hold it, say if you bought a miner, start mining but never harvest, this whole platform will fall over. And it's because they need money, they need to find out its worth. Now it's just going to crash and burn as soon as it gets on any platform.
How is that of any value for an exchange?
And remember, it's not plugged into the real blockchain. This is an uncertified blockchain that this whole thing runs on.
They'll look on CoinMarketCap, they'll look on CoinGecko, they'll go and look at all these different places to see where BTCC is listed. They're going to look for things like market cap, transaction volume. They're going to look at I can't remember the other names.
Liquidity.
Carl probably knows them, is more familiar with
Carl on the doll, he knows everything.
But if everybody holds, then what's the value?
Nothing. And that's
your
where it all
house
falls
has
over.
No value to you. It's hypothetical until the day you sell.
Right.
Convert it from an asset, a physical asset, into a cash asset. Does that make sense?
Now, the guy talking, I'm right next door to him.
Yes, it does. So when I sell, I have like 5 miners that are being mined right now, and I have 5 of them. So when I sell, I still have those miners, right? What am I? Okay, I guess.
You're selling BTCC. You're not selling the miner, are you? You're selling the coin.
Oh, gotcha. Understood. Thank you so much.
It's like you take $5 and you sell it to somebody for $5, or you sell it to somebody for $6.
Okay, I understand.
Makes sense.
Now.
You're not selling the miner.
Okay, just the BTCC. Okay.
Yeah, just the BTCC. That's all.
Thank you.
Yes, makes sense.
Makes sense. I appreciate you guys. You know, I'm. This has been incredible, and I'm truly thankful to both of you.
Oh, good.
For all the help that you all are giving to the community. Thank you. God bless you.
You're welcome.
And you. Habti, you're up next.
No, Brent.
Oh, sorry, Brent. Sorry, Habti. I got you all excited then. Brent's up next.
I think we're seeing different lists as well.
Oh,
but
okay.
Brent was very animated. We don't want to.
Fine, I'll let you control who's next then, because if we've got a different list.
Yeah. What was that, Darrell?
I don't know why I said different list.
No,
You're muted, Darrell.
yeah, it was Brent and then Alman. That's what I'm seeing here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brent, Alma, Beverly, and
And yeah, that's
I
what
need
I'm
to
seeing
fix
here
that.
too.
I'm just trying to.
Why do I say a
use
different
the
list?
scribe thing.
Yeah, I do too. There was two of us that were pretty animated, and probably for the same reason. One to share with you about what was going on with the site itself. And the other one was you had asked about the chat. The chat, for what I can see, the chat is still disabled. It's been disabled since that third question you were asking. So when you were asking for people to put their questions in there,
okay,
it was disabled. I mean, I can go and ask my questions, but I see Habate or
chat room's open, everyone.
So I can wait my
go
turn.
on there and post.
Trisha, I'll come back. I'll wait my turn and let those folks go ahead of me.
No, you are next.
Okay, alrighty. I have
We've got two different lists, and you're on my list, so.
Yep. Oh, okay.
I'm going to control the
chat
list.
Chat room's open, everyone.
Okay.
Go on there.
You do the list. I'll do the chat.
Go cause disruption.
I have a few questions. First question is, am I understanding correctly that when we are in the bridge, when we're swapping, and I'm using the wrong term, when we're using the bridge, the address that we're putting in to receive
chat room's open.
The USDT is now going to be the account address where we would go on to.
Somebody wants to ping me I can't put a question in the chat room because they'll
the USDT
my nickname is the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger.
Address that's listed in the smart chain and use that, not use the smart chain address. Is that correct?
That is totally wrong.
Oh, get it right, please.
Yeah, I'm so ready for it. I was totally right that I was like, what? My head.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what people have been doing. People have been putting the smart contract address for USDT in. It's the wallet address.
Wow.
You were right first, so you've reversed.
Yes.
People were putting
bring
the other
chat
one
room
in,
into the window for you in case you really want to know what's happening.
The BTTC chain, Chavez can capture it.
And we'll go through.
Okay.
Have a look at some of the
people put
questions
your wallet
that people
address.
known.
It even says, I can't bring it up at the moment. Actually, maybe I can put bridge.
I don't know why that's a mistake that's been happening, because any other transaction that you make on any exchange, on any wallet, you always put in the receiving wallet address. You don't put in the smart contract address. You always put in the wallet address that you wish for the funds to arrive
confusing.
at. So I don't really know why that is a mistake that's happening.
Darrell, you're not muted.
I don't know either, Joe. And by the way, thanks to your training, I actually had the opportunity to be in a breakout room and do training on the bridge. That's why when I heard it later, I'm going, oh my God, did I give the person the wrong information? So the wallet address.
So you're
fantastic.
a trainer. Good to know.
I have that now. Is there any particular time of day that's better? I noticed we talked about the price we talked about pricing. Is there a better time of day where we're going to get a better price so that our B fuel goes further?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. What are you going to tell us?
You'd like to enlighten us? Or
yeah.
Yes, I would like to enlighten you.
Okay. I'll take it. I'm ready. Pen and ink.
I see you didn't ask what the time is.
Oh.
You just asked, is there?
Carl, what time is it?
I don't know yet. It hasn't settled
120
down
people
enough.
in here.
Ah, okay. So it's something like being in the United States and waiting until 2:00 in the morning when Forex opens, and that's the time you do it if you're willing to wait that late.
Potentially, that is the answer, yes.
Okay. All righty.
So come on, guys.
The USDT,
get in there and cause some disruption.
The US prime time Zoom, that's a better time to do transactions, is it?
We don't know yet. It's too volatile.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of
going
like
to crash and burn. This is not going to last a month.
To walk. One day it's going to walk, but when?
Okay. Totally understood. I'm going to be embarrassed to say that I think I zoned out a little bit when you were giving away tips. So I'm with the woman who asked about, the tips that you gave, but I'll reserve that for another time. I think that, when on the...
by the way, Brent, everyone, keep that tip to yourself.
If I knew it, I
think
would.
we'll do the same. We'll do the same system as you did the other day, Cole. You answer a live question and then we'll do one in the chat.
Okay.
I think that's a great idea. It appears to me that when we look on the dashboard, the first page where it says the B fuel net worth, and it gives a figure there, seems to me to be the same figure that is on the mine page. And so if we're looking to figure out, I mean, we could use the 0.0125, or could we just use the figure, the B fuel net worth as the amount of B fuel that's needed? It seems like they're both the same. So why would we go through the calculation when it's right there?
Yeah, it is. It is there. That is the calculation. If you multiply B fuel used by the rate that it's used per second,
yes,
that is the dollar value of your harvest at that point in time. If you want to work out what the dollar value that's listed up and to the left, you take the amount of dollar value and divide it by the number of coins you've already mined, and that gives you your, because everybody's going to have a different dollar value for USDT to BTC swap. Okay.
So confusing.
There's going to be slight differences because everybody started mining at a different time. They've got they brought miners on at different times, right? So until it all settles down and it becomes very predictable, there is volatility and there is slight averaging variations, right? So if all your miners are mining from your one harvest to the next and there's no changes in your environment, then you can be more predictable about what the value is.
Okay.
But take your dollar, take your total B fuel consumed times the 0.0125 per second gives you the current dollar value of your B fuel, divided by the number of coins mined in that period equals the USDT dollar value of your coins.
You're going to make this more simpler. These people aren't here to work. They just want to put their money in and get a return.
And my final question is,
Bob Smith.
I haven't done any mining yet. I'm doing that today. When I go over, I've got USDT in the wallet. Well, as soon as they deal with the bridge and so, but I've got USDT in the wallet and I now want to harvest. And I went down to where it says B fuel and it says buy B fuel. There's another step in there. I have to do a swap step. Is that right? In order to go ahead and buy? I'm going to watch the video. So I admit I haven't watched it yet. I'm just asking in advance, pre-asking. Yes.
Right.
Once you've got USDT in your MetaMask wallet on the BTC20 chain, you can buy B fuel with the second swap button. You're going into if you think of it as that. I can't do it.
You're doing love hearts, Carl.
Fingers up.
Inverted triangle?
No, I want the other way around.
The pyramid scheme.
So, because there's one side of the triangle is at the top. Okay, so you've got, your reverse. So over here you've got the USDT to B.
Should we go have another look and see where Carl lives?
Okay.
Right.
Oh.
Then you'll end up with USDT. Then you've got the
and hibernation team
BTCC
disappeared
to USDT.
Yeah. Keith's got stage 4 cancer if you weren't keeping up with current events, unfortunately.
Back at USDT, then you've got more B fuel. So that completes the triangle. So these are the two buttons. You're going in at this first one.
Put your left button in,
harvest
put your right
to
button
BTCC,
in, do the hokey pokey.
You'll swap to USDT, then you'll swap back to B fuel. Complete the triangle.
Odd.
Triangle.
There's the address there.
Great.
Posted.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate all the answers. Hope it helps somebody other than myself. And again, thank you all. I did exactly what you're saying, learning, and now I have the privilege to teach in a breakout room yesterday. Because of
brilliant, ma'am. I'm going to go after you then.
Thank you.
Who's
if that does answer any of your questions, those of you who had that same question, put your hand down. Let someone else have a chance to I'm
Danny DeHeck, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. Now, I'm here to name and shame anyone running a Ponzi scheme or a scam, and I have a PodTrack P8 which allows me to play music. Every now and again, I like to get the full value of having such an instrument on my desk. Hope you're enjoying the meeting today. These are actually scammers, potential scammers who are learning how to set up their wallets and everything so they can sell mining packages to people. Now, this whole thing is a Ponzi scheme. They're trying to come up with a product so they can justify selling you a mining package. That's it in a nutshell, really. The rest of it is history.
Mechanism to be the bridge.
I'm just going to go get my breakfast because Carl Miller, who's on the dole, and we can see his payslip on another video I just did.
Let's just do a quick one here. Bob asked the first question, which I can't find now.
Okay.
The second question was, can you provide the BTCC? I guess it says BTC, but I assume it means BTCC address for the smart contract. I guess they're looking for the contract address for BTCC. I don't know if we've had that. I've asked for that myself a couple of times, but I'm not sure where to find it.
You don't need it. It populates, your wallet gets populated. You go to the scan site, which is operating. You scroll to the bottom of the scan site, and then there is the little MetaMask box with add BTC 20 smart chain to your wallet. Okay? It does it for you. You don't need the BTC 20 BTCC smart contract address. It automatically populates for you. If you've deleted it, and I'm not even sure you can, I think it's actually configured to hide all that information.
Yeah, I don't think you can hide, because you can't hide. I don't think you can hide the Ethereum off of on the Ethereum side or the BNB on the Binance Smart Chain, can you?
The BNB
it has to be there for you to have the fees.
Can you do the BCC on the ISO BCC?
Maybe
you get the KKK and the MMM on the M110.
You can't remove it. You can't see the address and details.
Just going to do
you
some
don't
stuff
need that
on another screen.
It's populated automatically for you.
Populated on another screen.
I think people are trying to search it up on exchanges and on.
Yeah, you can't find it because it's not on the exchange.
Like CoinMarketCap and stuff like that. I think that's what they're trying to do. A couple other ones here. Akshad, you asked a question. You wanted to share screen. I did send you a direct message. Please put your hand up. No queue jump in here. Put your hand up. We'll get to you. Anyone with a server issue? Yes, we've addressed that. I had to rejoin.
Hang on. You said one.
Yeah, no, I'm just quickly scrolling through non-questions. Please, how do I activate? Right, okay, we'll do one more.
Remember, their server has died and it handles 65,000 transactions a second, and for some reason it's died.
Actually activate my account. I need more specificity on that, Brian, if you can put it in the question or put your hand up. Do you mean activate your WOS account in your wallet, or do you mean the DApp or the MetaMask? I'm not sure what you mean. We need a bit more specificity on that, please. And somebody's put a contract address up for something, but I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if that's B-Fuel or USDT. Okay, go on. You can go on to the next person.
Alma. And if Alma has lost her head, by the way,
there we go.
If Alma's lost her head, she laughed very, very hard earlier.
Oh, you saw me, right?
I saw you.
You guys have been so entertaining, and I'm learning so much. So thank you
should watch
so
the
much.
live show.
I have a couple of questions, and one of them is from my sponsor because they couldn't stay on the line. So the first thing, I don't have to share my screen, but I did just get a hash up now once I knew that we were able to buy more subscriptions. But if I understood correctly, whenever we do a hash up, in order to mine, then we got to wait 8 hours before it shows up on our DApp. Is that right?
Oh, who knows?
No. What I think Chavez was meaning there is the automatic process will be going live a little later.
Okay.
What you will be getting is an order code. You go to the DApp, you plug in your order code, it connects the information and gives you the ability to mint the NFT right there. So at the moment, if you've done a hash up already, I'm just going to see whether my volume has increased, because I know a lot of my people, particularly my Kiwis, New Zealanders, were chomping at the bit to get some
Kiwi in the house.
Done, and they've been waiting days and
days
longer than they expected. I'm just stalling. No, none of them have done it. Blah. Anyway, at the moment, when you do a hash up, I expect it'll still be minted to the smart contract, and you'll extract it and import it just as you have been doing so far.
Okay, thank you. That makes sense. That better that I asked about that. The next question is that I had another NFT in another account.
Oh,
and
no.
I didn't get to make it to start mining with us on the 2nd.
Oh, no.
But what I had put in the window, thought I did, the wallet address with the big yellow bar, and it didn't happen. So how can I get back?
Thank you, David Williams, in the chat room. Appreciate it. I'm going to bring up my chat room.
Okay, just
I didn't
clarity.
Hear a question.
All right, so you're
Reiterate
talking
it for us.
About
Danny talked over
a different account in your wallet.
The different account that's under
afterwards.
me.
Yeah, but it's a different wallet account. You got two accounts in your wallet. You got two accounts in your wallet. Okay, just clarity.
I have.
All right, so
you're talking for
us. I put 3 into that wallet that's on the DApp.
No, just concentrate on the terminology.
Concentrate on the terminology.
Okay.
Got a wallet. You've got a wallet.
Thank you, David, for your comments. David Williams.
Addresses in that wallet.
My hard work does pay.
I'm clueless.
That's cool. Do people really know what you are really talking about? Hopefully, no, they don't, because even Carl was on the dole, and he gets $738 a fortnight from the Australian government, which I've reported him multiple times. If you go to my video called SATOSHI Hub, you can also see how to go about reporting them. I've put a link in the description. But he's been in these meetings for the last 2 or 3 years, promoting Hyperverse, Hyperfund, Hypercapital, Hypernation, Hypercosmos, all those ones, including VidiLook 1 and 2. I haven't seen him doing 3, but also VAV. And just the other day, I got a phone call from a couple in Australia who had invested $90,000 because of Carl Millar's advice. And the last bit of advice he gave them was to invest in VAV. And they put their money into an Australian bank account, which got transferred off to Singapore, cost them $200 to do so. Theoretically, VAV was all about getting your money back within 48 hours. And then Sam, who used to own, you guessed it, I think I've actually still got that open. And you can read that this guy, this is interesting. If you just go to ABC Australia, you can see, even I have my picture in this article. So what my point is that Sam Lee owned the company that you're watching the Zoom meeting with at the moment a month ago. And now there's been another article telling everyone that $50 million has disappeared from Sam's company and fled over to Dubai. He disappeared for 8 months, got married in Thailand. I got videos of all that. And these are the liquidators. These are the people following all the money that you're playing with at the moment. So listen here. This is liquidators following the money trail of We Are All Satoshi, and also the company that Sam had, which was an exchange that was buying Bitcoin, and they are trying to find the money. Do you really want them to track the money back to your wallet address that you're linked in with this scam? There's the liquidators, FTX when it fell over, Sam Bankman-Fried, and here's a good guy coming up. There's Sam. That was my video that I managed to hack into their Zoom meeting, record just like I'm doing this one. And there's me. So I'm wide and deep with this stuff, guys. You can participate in what you think is a good business investment opportunity and listen to these ladies and these men learn how to become miners so they can scam people in a Ponzi scheme. And Carl is one of the leaders, and he's on the dole. For God's sake, what other more information do you want to prove this is a scam?
Yeah, I know where you're at, I think. So you've got the third account, you've got the NFT out of there, you've got your main account,
Very
you've got
simple.
the NFT out of there. You're missing putting the address in here.
Yeah.
And that is your fault. It might have been initially, as Joe said, you could only put one in.
I'm going to try something tricky here.
They realised, okay, people have got multiple accounts and they want to merge them into one wallet address.
Right.
That was then opened. There people did all sorts of silly things and put the wrong stuff in. Another story.
I can't do what I want to do.
Second issue first. It appears that you have been given a bonus minor.
Oh.
That's why you've got 3.
Okay.
But you're still missing 1. So again. You should have 4. 3 of
right. I should
and a bonus.
Right.
What you have to do is obviously grab your wallet address, stick it in.
Helping her to harvest. She says she comes from the technology industry. Now I have.
These are the people that I'm currently investigating,
right?
For running Ponzi schemes. Do you want to be in this list?
And at that time, when she was doing this, because it was the second day of the or the third day of the mining.
Here's Carl.
She already had 69 BTCCs. I didn't even have one whole BTCC at the time. Right now, as of right now, I barely have 2.
This is Carl's power slip.
I haven't even made it to 2 yet. But I want to harvest. I have to because I have so many people standing by with funds in their account that want to get going and everything.
You can no longer see it.
Of course, I want to learn how to harvest, and I have learned so much on this Zoom. Thank you, Joe, for doing that video. So I'm really going to go through it. So what my question is that being that I'm harvesting so little of BTCC, is that average? Is that about the right thing that I should be having?
You want to ring up Carl?
With 3.
Just stop listening to that lady for. Ring up Carl, say good day, check out his Facebook. Should we check out his Facebook or his Twitter? Or do you want to have a look at his weekly blog? Wonderful things we can do.
Okay.
Let's have a look at his Twitter. Get rid of that one. Oh, where did it go? There it is. And let's have a look at his Facebook.
Okay. How is she getting 69 BTCC? Right.
Or was it Tammy?
Of Carl's
Twitter? No, she was on Tammy's team. And
okay, somebody on Tammy's team. All right.
Yeah.
What miners does she have? 1X?
See, if Carl had a real job, he would not have time to do this.
1X, exactly.
I'm going to change the battery in my camera, so sorry for the disruption.
How do you know she
showed it to us on the Zoom because she was sharing her screen.
Okay.
She wasn't showing off or anything like that. It was just something that I observed when I was watching.
But I don't know if you've seen the full picture.
Mm-hmm.
Case in, I'll just share. I can't share, or I can share, but I can't share what I want to share because the server's down. But all right, remember there is a bug with the user interface. So she might have had 2 100Xs that were not showing on the screen because
that's another thing I was thinking too.
Mm-hmm. So did you happen to notice on the main dashboard my Xeon miners and a number?
No, I didn't. I was trying to find that out too. Yeah.
Okay, so potentially she could have had 7 miners, but you could only see 3.
That's the other thought that I had, but I'm thinking, what is the average of BTCC of somebody? I don't expect you guys to know this, but how many BTCC should we be getting with 3 1X miners?
Okay.
My question.
The average is calculatable, and then 5 seconds later you can calculate it and get a different average.
Oh,
and that's a new average. Yes. Now, the other thing, did you and this person?
Good question. Somebody just asked in my chat room, is there a real customer service? And they claim there is, but there is no one, and there's no access phone numbers. There's nothing. But so far, the customer service is everyone who's trying to line their own pockets. Who obviously, Carl. I'll get rid of this.
We're asking.
Yeah, that's true. That makes sense. So you analyze that. But I appreciate you bring that up because I know I'm going to get questions like
Carl's Twitter.
So I said, I better learn this right now to understand it.
Okay,
this is the form that you can. That order. If you go to my website, theheck.com, you can actually give me any information about anyone you want, and I'll put it in my database. We're going to look at Carl's Facebook page now.
Yeah, no, I do understand that. Thank you so much, Carl. I appreciate that.
Good girl.
Good girl. That's condescending.
Okay, a couple of quick ones in the chat. Joe, I have been putting in the wallet. Sorry.
2 hours and 7 minutes I've been in here.
Joe, I've been putting the wallet address for USDT for hours and nothing would happen. I got the contract address and it works. So we need to get MetaMask into the swap, onto the Ethereum side of MetaMask. Please provide a little bit of clarity on that. It would be easier for us to help. With the demonstration of the swap, I would love to see another one.
So if you didn't know, Secret Squirrel, which was Rob, went in here earlier on, and he asked the question, why would anyone want to harvest? Why wouldn't you just sit in there and they cut them off? Why would you harvest? Why would you just not mine and never harvest? But they need you to harvest because they need people to start trading so they can get a value of this token. To harvest one BCT20, theoretically at the moment, is around about $30. So you've got to spend $30, but there's no value being set on these coins. And remember, this is an uncertified blockchain of their own. So this is an in-house game of trading. So the worth of the coins is only governed by the people within the platform. But the real scam is when they start selling memberships, mining memberships to people who don't understand this. Now, how can 800 odd people be in this meeting like there was earlier on, not understanding how to set up their own MetaMask and their own whatevers, and now they're going to go out there and start preaching this to their friends and family to sign them up for $50 mining packages. Now, once you buy a $50 mining package, you need to buy your left leg and your right leg, and away it all goes again. It's just another Ponzi scheme structure. Now, 5 weeks ago, Sam Lee was the owner of this company. For some reason, Sam burnt through what they're going by what they're saying, $260 million. $65 million was burnt through every month. And now they're claiming they have no money, no liquidity, and this is why Chavez wants people to start trading their coins that they've spent up to $30 mining. The whole lot's a sham and a scam. It's not plugged into real chain, but people are putting USDT into this platform because they are alleged that they have to be buying B fuel. Now, B fuel, I might not be saying this right, but there's no reason why this is not a scam. It's just another Ponzi scheme, and it's going to be starting up again once they start selling these mining packages. I've been on this meeting for 2 hours and 9 minutes. My name on this chat room is called the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. I've been kicked out of these meetings for hours and hours on end, and I keep getting back in. This time I've gone in with my nickname or my handle or my channel name, and they still haven't kicked me out. So I'll just keep broadcasting until I get booted, but not likely at this stage.
Last 10 days, I've been putting my hand up for 2 hours, but nobody calls on me in person. Hi, Joe. I've been struggling to harvest. Okay, we'll come back to that one. Then you can do someone else in the list.
Okay, just to that person, there is 14 people with hands up at the moment. Right? And I'm not going to be here all day, and Joe's going to go to bed. Okay? So there will always be a potential, not guaranteed. We have cleared the list on days, but there are also days we haven't cleared the list. Right, so please just be patient. Once the UK prime time switches on breakout rooms, then Chavez will take a room, I'll take a room, Joe will take a room. This Zoom room will, not straight away, but there will be an overlap just to help people realise that things have changed. There will be an overlap. So this, maybe Joe won't take a room. He'll take this. I'll take a room. Chavez will take a room.
No, I'd rather take a room because this is costing me 50 quid a month.
Yeah. Well, it's already cost that. So you might as well use up. Yeah. And then, I'm thinking terms, people, maybe 3 or 4 days, not the remainder of the month either. Right. So just to get people from the mindset of clicking on the link in the Telegram group, but to be thinking or click on the corporate room and jump into a particular breakout room. And the breakout rooms will be classified. Theirs will take maybe a blockchain question. I will take or Joe will take MetaMask questions or interacting of everything. Grace might take, as she did on the first breakout room. Grace might take how to Zoom on your mobile. Other people maybe Brent will take a room on how to use Zoom. properly. All right. So if you miss a question, look for that, and then you'll be able to get a better service. All right, person on the list.
Can I just add on to that, if I may, quickly? Also, you've got to think a lot of the delay is in the amount of questions that we answer that are exactly the same as the question before, which is why we keep saying, if your question has been answered during the current answering of a question, put your hand down, because then we can get through so many more people, because we get 4 or 5 people, one after another, asking exactly the same question, because you sit on here and then you go and have a cup of tea, all the information.
Maybe you should get a real job.
All that does is make people miss getting their questions answered. So again, pay attention, put your hand down, let's try and help more people. Okay, go on.
Beverly, I've asked you unmute. Are you there? Beverly, for the second time. And get ready. Beverly, third and final. And
Okay, good evening.
All right.
My question is a bit technical. I'm sorry that the platform is down, but since I had problems not being able to connect for much, and you guys gave, but since then, like they're so after.
I'm going to ring up Carl.
I go into the platform and everything is
see if he picks up his phone. Okay.
I went back and cleared cookies, etc. Came back, it came on, but it's not staying on. It's like, for instance, I will connect when I go in. I have to connect to MetaMask, and then the numbers will come back. I could see, my consumption, how much BTCCs I have, etc. And my password for the MetaMask. I don't know if that has anything to do with when I was clearing cookies, etc. Do you have any answer for that?
Okay, you're doing this on a mobile?
No, on my laptop.
Because typically you have to do that when you switch away from MetaMask. When you come back, or any mobile, sorry, not.
All right, what we're going to do is we are going to ring Carl.
You can extend that period
in real time.
Mobile specific. So this is
open your eyes, Carl. Come on, you got this.
Environment.
My son actually had the same problem on his mobile around the same time, so I'm not sure what is causing that.
For me, the ABC News in Australia.
Apart from the fact that the server is down at the moment, is it still happening?
Yes, well, I tried getting into the site after, but the site is still down.
It's really techy, doesn't it?
Okay.
So we can pick it up probably later.
Yeah.
Carl.
Just let me ask some questions.
Hey, you want to look at Carl Miller's friend?
He
got friends. He got 129 friends.
Are you
They've all been scammed by him.
Your phone or Wi-Fi
look,
on
Janet.
the PC?
She's another scammer.
Okay, so you've got different networks.
Who's this lady?
For the two devices. Are you Wi-Fiing?
Carl,
when you're doing it on your
do you really know this person?
Are you Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi.
Looks a bit young, mate.
Okay,
Family relation?
That's a commonality. Does your Wi-Fi
it's
go
been
up
steady.
and down a bit?
Very sexy.
Okay, steady Wi-Fi, good. Do you have
Ming Shing City
virus scanners that might be able to disconnect sites?
No, I had the problem with
That's all Carl
BTCC
Miller's
site
Facebook
being a
friends.
dangerous site in the beginning, so
look up those names, send them messages saying, do you know Carl Miller?
Remove whatever
Did you get
bucket
scammed
they
from?
had
This
to,
guy's a
especially the
scammer.
scan
Okay,
that Bitcoin.
I met them before.
When you say you had them
Yvonne Murray.
remove it, who's...
She hasn't been around much lately. She might have woken
I called
up.
up Norton and told them that they're...
Oh, look.
Good girl.
The Norton was creating a problem for me getting onto Scan Bitcoin code that technology, and they came in
lots
and
of Malaysian woman on here, Carl.
removed whatever was blocking it, and I had no problems.
What do you mean they came in? Did you give access to your computer to a third person?
Yep.
Well, I did.
Good. Norton. Oh my God.
Would recommend don't do that ever again. I'm not saying that you didn't give it to Norton.
They had total control of your computer, lady.
I just wouldn't recommend you give it to Norton.
Norton do not do phone calls.
Some clever hacker could just sit back and wait for you to do that, right? But why are they waiting? Because they've already had a Trojan get into your system and mask their phone number in place of, say, Norton's phone number, and you come up with a problem, and then you suddenly ring Norton, thinking that you're ringing Norton, but you're ringing the scammer, and they've just been waiting for you to have that problem.
Oh my God, that's crazy. The type of people that are going to fall for the scam are the same people that fall for the Norton or Amazon scams.
No,
yeah,
I know.
I understand.
I'm just giving you a security warning and an explanation of why, right? So
let's ring up Carl now, eh?
But I list the BTC addresses. Okay. Now, the situation is that
I'm ringing up Carl right now.
How to do that, right? Don't rely on support help desk. You should know how to whitelist a site. If your scanner, and I shouldn't use the term generically, scanner, because it could be AVG, it could be McAfee, right? So you need to know how to whitelist a site yourself. Right. And the reason for that is demonstrated by this morning when Chavez said...
Ring him up again.
Anyone want to guess who that is?
Chavez?
No, it's Danny DeHeck.
Oh, he's still calling you.
He'll call me for years, no doubt. Anyway, so you need to know how to whitelist the sites yourself, because originally we were told to use Code 20, but now he's saying just go straight to bitcoincode.technology. Right? If you don't learn to do the whitelist yourself,
Carl, answer your phone.
Then you're going to continually come up with...
How do we... That's the zero... The
what's the matter, Carl? Why don't you take my call?
Site that I'm on. Does that have anything to do with the nonce?
No. The zeroing out is because your connection to the wallet has dropped. Now, the problem is, why is your wallet and the DApp that you're there's a new whitelist or something. I'd really have to see it happening in a server there. Maybe that's why he's ringing, and of course that the site comes back.
I'll get kicked out of here in a minute. I've been in here for over 2 hours, 21 minutes.
I don't like how...
This is so funny.
Site's still down. So we need to actually see it.
It's funny because he's trying to figure out whether I'm
look at the scan site for your
mentioned my name.
wallet address and see if...
I'm going to ring him up again and again because it's distracting him.
Goes up and down and maybe diagnose it that way. So if you...
kicked out of here soon.
Can keep an eye on the chat or to direct. God, he's persistent today.
Ring in your car.
I'll just answer.
Got to answer it. Here we go. This will be good.
So he's obviously.
Don't know.
Danny,
Remove him.
Go, Danny. If
the person you are calling is not available. Please leave a
70,000 people in was, okay?
Yeah, and that means
3,999 more than you need.
Answer your phone, Carl, for the once.
People don't want you to protect them. Yeah, you're
But
out
you're
there,
scamming other people. I don't care about you. It's the other
Ponzi
people.
Avenger or Crusader or whatever you want to call yourself. You're there to, as you said, to.
Are you on the dole, Carl?
I want to protect the people. Okay. Some want your protection. Go away. God.
Right, this Bob Smith in the chat is pretty persistent with his questions, but I'm not really sure if it's a Bob Smith or someone under a pseudonym.
Brilliant. Idiot, Carl.
That's why, Sensei.
I think we should ignore Bob for now because I don't know who he is, and his questions are fairly persistent along the same vein.
Ask him to open
Dream.
his hand and open his hand.
Yeah, put your hand up. Raise your hand.
Smith has got a hand up. So.
Come on, Carl. Answer the phone. Are you on the dole? Are you on the dole?
Let's just test this. We'll come back. We'll do 2 on, and we'll take your question. If you put your camera on, we'll take your question. If you don't put your camera on in the next 10 or 15, we will boot you.
Okay. This is your pay slip, Carl.
1,000 to 1,000. 1,000.
Okay. You can count.
1,000. Where's Bob gone? Where's Bob gone?
I'm in the room, you idiots.
On Telegram as well. Thanks very much, Carl. Sorry, I meant business.
Hang on, Joe. Hang on. I said Habet's next.
Yeah.
Hi, Joe.
Oh, yeah. I'm just sorry. I was mumbling. Hi. How you doing?
Yeah, I download from on my phone and trust the bridge. Can I share my screen? So I don't know. It didn't like.
Okay, go on. Share your screen.
Okay, thank you.
person you are calling is not available.
Oh, you turned your phone off.
Anybody else who wants to share their screen from mobile, please know how to share your screen.
This is going to happen. Okay, Danny.
Yeah, can you see
Bob's
now?
the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like in this.
This is a really dumb thing. I'm in here as the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, and I've been in here for 2 hours and 27 minutes.
Why have you gone to STUSDT.io?
Yeah, I'm sorry, what?
At the top, you've got STUSDT.io. Why have you gone to that website?
Why I got this website? I don't know. It comes by itself. Yeah. How do I delete this?
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know.
That's one of the listed swap sites. But why did you go there? Did you go there to do a swap?
No, I didn't do anything. After I set up the Tron in.
Go back to the wallet. Go back to the wallet.
I said.
Okay. What did you press next?
Yeah, I press it. The one say discovery at the bottom. You see?
Okay.
When I click this, and then you see USDT.
Right, there's a square with a 1 in it. No, can you see a square with a 1 in it?
Here, 1.
Answer the question.
Okay. Tap on that.
Yeah, number 1, yes.
Tap on the square with
click
the 1
on here.
In it. Click the X.
Carl turned his cell phone off. It's not fair. Let's ring him again. He might have turned it back on.
Square
now.
with a 1 in it.
This one?
I can't see where you're pointing.
Oh, you cannot see my
no, listen,
my screen. I didn't share.
We can see your screen. Listen, I'm going to talk slowly. On the top right-hand corner, can you see the square with the 1 on it?
Yes, I see that.
Okay.
Tap
now,
on that.
Just listen. No, listen.
Okay, go on,
Joe,
Carl, go on.
Wait, don't rush ahead.
Sorry.
A bit. We can ask you can you see a square with a 1 in it? And then you say, this one, we cannot see your finger.
Okay. Okay. So can I click square 1?
Yeah.
Click on the
Carl Millar's payslip.
careful.
He's
don't hit the
unemployed.
dot.
Got to get some new content, I think.
Can you see there is a
Carl Millar's friends.
Can
on
you see
Facebook.
a big rectangular square with a blue outline
Yeah, I'm sorry, you say what?
with an X in the corner? Click on the X.
Yes. Yes.
Click on the X.
X.
Okay.
Okay, I did.
No.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Must default. Okay,
Yeah.
click on the square with a 1 in it.
Okay, I did.
See down the bottom, there's a circle with a plus in it.
Yes.
Click on the plus.
Okay. Didn't work. Didn't work.
Looks like it's a deep
It scams
full page.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that square now have a 2 in it?
Yes.
It's a bit small for my eyes.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Now, what is all that telling you?
I don't know.
You're getting scammed?
Just like MetaMask. And I have done this before. I am extrapolating, people. I'm using on the phone, on a mobile device. The Tron Link app has an inbuilt browser, and this is it. Okay, but they're different. They're not always exactly the same, but there will be similarities, and I've used that because they're the same in both applications. Now we've got 2 different open pages. So now what do I got to do?
They are so similar, it's almost as if one copied the other.
Bring up my
And
schema,
I dare
mate.
say that. So one of those tab people, or listen to other.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Maybe another person.
Yes,
no, I'm
yeah.
not.
If you're not,
No,
you're
no.
not
They want more soup?
Yeah, someone.
Is that you? You're not muted. Okay. All right. So click on the one that's got this highlight around the outside. All right. So
Okay.
jump to that. So my guess is that there's somewhere to put an address in.
In Discovery.
No. Discovery is the somewhere on this. It's turned on.
It's all right. I'll have it. Let me have a play. Let me get my phone, and then I'll have a play on mine. And I'll come up with the answer because I actually did think I did. I don't remember. So let me grab my phone and I'll have a play.
All right. Habit, just keep your hand up so you stay in the same spot in the queue. Stop your share. Joe will have a play with this, and I'll go on with the next question, and we'll see if we can find where to drive this browser interface from. Okay, but that's what's going on. So pretty straightforward. I've concluded there's a browser interface. Oh, there we go. That was not too long. Now, guess what, Joe? People, what Joe just did, exactly what I was doing, extrapolating from knowledge we already had to new knowledge.
Right. Your screen hasn't loaded. So the bottom half of your screen isn't loaded. Okay. So on mine, tap on favorites.
Where, Joe?
Favorites.
You talk?
Yeah, favorites.
Right.
Where it says top sites, press
okay.
favorites.
Okay.
Now that's where you type it in. I think how to add an application for favorites. Don't press it yet. I'm just making sure yours matches up.
While you're doing that, not while you're doing that, but afterwards. Jojo's back in the room if you want to co-host her, please.
What are you clicking?
Now I'll move on to the next one. That's not where I thought it was, or it might be, but it's blocking. So just come back to it, and
Okay.
Page. Do you mean swipe? Nothing? No.
There's nothing.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
What we might do is...
Trisha, end your share. I'll do that. Yeah, share ended. Okay, Trisha.
Have a look in the chat room. Your camera is already... I agree. Danny and Bob is the same person, question mark. No. I can't believe they can't see me in this chat room, though. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Got the request to unmute. Yep.
Okay, I have several issues, and I'll in the order they occurred.
Okay, I'm trying to turn my phone on again.
Failed, but the funds that I was trying to bridge to my MetaMask showed up in the MetaMask. So, and I did use MetaMask wallet address in the release too.
Did you, love?
So I don't know why I got that or what it may have affected, but
well, the world's got on this. Oh, there she is. Nice hairdo.
It had the little circle that kept spinning, but the MetaMask prompts came up for next and approved.
Right.
And once I completed those, then that's just still spinning. So I didn't get beyond that. And now, in addition to that, when I go to or try internal DApp anymore.
Okay. Yeah, everyone's got the internal server error at the moment. Are you waiting, Habet, that you've solved something? I can only just see your nose and forehead.
That I what now?
No, don't worry, Trisha. I'm talking to Habet.
Oh, okay.
Habet, are you waving to us to get your attention? Just wave. Make sure you're right in front of the camera if you're waving. No, okay. Okay. So.
Uh-oh, we're jammed.
How quickly?
And then when I saw the
no, don't. Yeah, I know.
When I saw the funds in MetaMask, I did it right after. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen. I'm not asking about that step. I'm asking about the last step. Right. The first step I'll address first. Okay. Joe has already said he got an error too, and his funds still appeared. So if the funds appeared, don't panic. Right. The last step is the important one. Did the last step? Yeah. Did the last step as the internal server error?
No.
You're not muted.
Sorry.
Joe.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to do it now.
Yeah, you're not muted, mate. Careful.
Now, Jojo's still waiting to be co-hosted. Jojo, he's doing some research at the moment. Don't panic.
Don't panic, Mr. Mandarin.
Oh, where'd she go? The error. I only wanted to address the last transaction. When you did the transaction.
Shadow, what are you doing? Come here. Shadow.
Hey, Anne.
Come here.
And.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Your screen's not on.
Screen's not on. What do you mean my screen's not on?
Either. Okay.
Sounds like everything's going to shit. Just saying. Maybe you should stop doing this and get a job, Carl. Hey?
Where's the... Yeah, there you are. The fuel. Notice internal server error. Okay.
Hours.
Hey, I'm going to get my setup so you can see what I actually do. I don't know why I wanted to do this, but I just thought I'd try something different. So let's see if I can do this now.
But because we haven't got the
transition.
Do I still need to go back to the Tron What do I add my USDT?
Yeah, you'll probably have to do another transfer.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's just wait. Let's just wait and see what Joe finds.
Research away, buddy.
Later.
Later,
All right.
alligator.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Appreciate the help.
Mussy.
Lucy, where are
Hello,
you?
Carl.
G'day, mate.
Hey, Lucy looks like a crypto trader.
Thank you for the dedication and the efforts you're showing us.
Oh, yeah, get rid of the formalities,
Really
mate.
appreciate it.
We're hardcore here, mate.
My question is, I've been...
Ooh, did I just get kicked out? Oh, fight back. Wow, how about that? Not that screen. Got kicked out. That took, well, not just Carl Millar's friends on Facebook, but I actually want to show you, I want to carry on doing the video that we were doing with Rob. Now, if you are an investor, still live, so please do like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. I'll do a fancier thumbnail than that in a second. But this one here is really Rob. And I want to carry on where Rob left off about why would you invest in We Are All Satoshi. So there's a couple of things I will do. I'll turn the iPad off. Thank you very much for everyone that's been chatting to me in the chat room. But now we'll have a wee listen to Rob and get him in the right size window. And with a bit of luck, I might be able to even do theatre mode. And that might give Rob in a big screen. I'll have a look to see what we do with that. Here we go. Right, let's see if we can get some volume on this as well. And if you need to listen to this.
Carl or Tammy, Lucky, David or Gobi, maybe a few others that I don't know. Who's...
So I'll start this from the beginning. It's probably the best 25 minutes that you could listen to if you're thinking about investing in We Are All Satoshi. Just remember a lot of the points that Rob made. If you already have bought a miner, then realize what actually is happening here at the moment. Remember,